Welcome one. Welcome all.
There you go. That's good.
Wait, where's he needs
To
to
eat a dick,
He needs to-
motherfuckers. Stupid ass bitches.
Joe is back.
Now I'm gonna do it again. Here we go. Welcome one. Welcome all. To episode 63 of the None of Our Business podcast.
Philly doesn't like
We
it.
are your hosts, Philly fanatic, philanthropy, philosophy, sane, silent tempo, P Money, P Steezy, Phillip, Lanos. We got Cianan, CNN, Dunkaroos, because they're back. C4, see your way out of here. C3PO, I like that one. I like that one. I already said CNN, Dunkaroos. C Notice, C Section, C9. What's the one that I always miss?
See your way out of here.
See your way out of here. And
See these nuts. Oh,
Well, see these nuts too. And I'm Joe.
I like it when Cianan beatboxes.
That was pretty good.
it was.
You kept the tempo, so that
I
gives
did.
us the opportunity to do shit too. You know, as long as you keep the tempo, that's all that matters.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
Okay.
Guys, it is 2 days after Valentine,
Happy Valentine's.
Saint Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
So you know what I did on Valentine's Day? Since I'm a single man.
Masturbated.
Exactly. But I did in the morning. I didn't do it in the afternoon. So it really didn't mean anything.
So you didn't mix it up?
Nope.
You didn't just throw a little bit.
I think I'm going to go live, guys.
Turns out I was out
Oh.
at night with Philly and a bunch of people from the
Oh,
podcast.
it turns out, like,
yeah.
surprisingly, it
Yeah.
turns out
Turns
what we
out.
were doing. Huh? Who'd have thought that we would have been out? Huh?
Are you throwing shade, Joe?
I
Because
mean,
I'm hanging out with Philly.
Because you were like, it turns out, like, no, you already knew that when that happened.
It's for the audience. They
But-
don't know.
They don't. But see, you can't say it turns out we hung out. Like
It's a phrase of when you read it in the book, right? I'm just bringing the words to life.
God damn it, Cianan. God damn it.
The point is, I wasn't masturbating. I was hanging out with Philly.
Oh, I mean, which is the equivalent of masturbating, you know?
You
Might as
made
well.
it sound like it was a bad thing that you weren't busy masturbating and instead hanging out with me and a bunch of people at a bar where you could potentially get laid.
Well, here, see the potential.
Ooh, where's
my
the-
ass.
What was
Not-
the potential
Not
on
when
that?
not when Philly's in the room.
That's true.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. Wait. You guys have to explain this. What do you mean if I'm in the room
I
suddenly?
mean, Philly, we know that when you step into a room, the energy just like
It's over.
automatically shifts.
It's over for everybody else but you.
Well, hold on.
Joe's like, oh, when I step into a room.
hold on, player.
Well, I mean, Joe's out of the game now. You know what I mean?
Nah, you know, I'm an old timer, just doing old time things. You know,
We-
Pew, pew, pew. I'm a straight shooter. You see,
I right on the forehead.
pew 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 pew. So, all right,
It was yeah. So
can
let's
you
find
tell
out what
us-
you did.
I had dinner.
Yeah?
It was cool. Yeah.
Nice.
No kids. I mean, there were kids, but you know,
Yeah.
uninterrupted. It was fantastic.
Nice.
It was lovely.
It's a
It
once
was-
a year
it was
thing, huh?
good. I mean, who cares? You know.
Well, who cares about your kids?
No, I'm saying no. Oh, but you know what? No, I'm not saying who cares about kids. I'm saying like Valentine's Day is like it's one of those who cares.
It was made up. Okay, so that was a question of.
It's a consumer holiday.
I was gonna say it was a. I did a little segment called Cianan's Question Curiosity Quotables.
yes.
CQ.
you don't even know the title of your own show.
I
Yeah.
said it.
He just
I
said
said
it.
it.
You know what? Oh, you know what? Here, check this out. Because this is for both of you guys.
Okay.
You think he doesn't know his own segment, but then Cianan, I know that Philly sent you a graphic for your segment.
Oh, I saw it.
Have you used it? Huh?
It's
Would you look at that?
well.
Huh?
I mean, what happened was
It seems like the problem is solved here.
as he sips on his drink.
And the thing is that I've sent Cianan I've sent him apps that he should be
don't
using
add
for
stuff
his
to Joe's
things,
shit.
and just overall. But you know what?
I'm gonna.
Keenan has strengths in other
Do you
areas.
want me
Like
to take that phone from
you,
you?
you killed it at podcast movement.
Yo, can we talk about podcast movie? Are we going to go into there?
Let's
Into
do it.
that?
You want
Let's
to make
do
that first segment?
I really
First
want
segment
to
today.
see. Okay, because I was the guy that was watching you guys do it, and from what I watched, it was great. I
Yeah?
wish I could have been with you guys, but you know, work.
You're in a
duties
tough
are-
position. I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been like. I mean, I jokingly tell everybody you run the company and you're CEO.
jeez.
However,
I don't.
this opportunity seems like you were running the entire company at the home base, the headquarters, because there was nobody there physically to stand in the position of we got to do this, we got to do that. I can handle this. Ask me questions.
Yeah, but
here.
it's not the first time I've done it either. I've had to fill
yeah?
that role before. Yeah.
Oh,
Multiple times actually. So that's why it's not a big deal to me. It just sucks because it's unexpected, and then plans I had previous, now I can't do it.
Yeah.
Because of it. But it is what it is.
It was
continue
fun.
Pushing it. I want to know all about you guys' experience because I know you were there
From the get-go.
from the run.
Very beginning.
You were probably the first one there and the last one out, like on day 3.
I literally was, I would say, the second one there. There was another guy there named Neville, the first person I met
Does
who
he
has
have a pod?
his own entrepreneurial podcast. And when he said that,
What's it called?
God damn it, Joe. Don't
that was not on purpose. That was not on purpose. I was just asking.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Neville, if you listen to this, but I forgot the name of your podcast. But
you have his card, right?
I have his card, I have his LinkedIn, I have his Instagram, and I have his personal phone number.
Holy shit. Oh
yeah,
shit, okay.
my effort was to get to the stage of personal, kind of like what Philly's relationship is with a lot of people, personal contact. I know this person, I know this person. And a lot of
you're
them
just trying to keep up with me.
yeah.
Hey,
and
some big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill.
Hey. Oh, that's a good segment. Oh, that should be a segment.
Why would that be a segment?
But it would be you guys. It would be you guys making that segment because I can't make a
Why
big
would I
shoes to fill
glorify
with
you?
me.
What the fuck?
I know that seems kind of weird.
You know,
I don't
kinda
glorify.
awesome, so.
Anyway,
That's
so
weird.
anyway, I was the
That's
second.
weird.
I was the second
Anyway.
one there, and right off the bat, introduced myself. So this is where I was telling you I have no problem with that confidence stuff. We're talking about before the podcast started. Where
The podcast?
I'm going through it.
No podcast over there. No podcast.
Says the guy with the whistle.
Oh,
Damn,
Wow.
this is gonna be a rough episode today.
we're starting off. Ooh, it's hot out here.
I already
Jeez
took off both my
Louises.
jackets.
No.
Jesus. No, so but I saw the cool thing was they had their logo plastered everywhere on tables and even pillows, which I took pictures of too. It was really cool.
They gave out condoms that had the podcast movement.
No, they didn't.
No,
but
that would have been cool though.
I did meet somebody from Manscaped who gave me a ball wipe. It was
true.
hilarious.
I saw your
Actually,
power-
Keenan and I
power.
were talking about it, and we were thinking that we should actually approach
Manscaped
Manscaped
would
Yes.
be dope
as a
They'd be
sponsor.
dope to-
If we do
sponsor
any
us.
first sponsor, it should be that.
I was supposed to introduce you to them on the third day, but unfortunately it was just me at the event. So
I was there for a total of 2 hours, I think, out of
Yeah.
all the days. That's how I just overbooked, man.
Listen, Philly.
we'll talk about Philly's
Jesus
problems a bit later.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
To cap off just the first day, it was, and this is why I was talking about a little bit of nervousness because you never know who you're going to meet and interact with. And lo and behold, after I met the first person, Neville, and I was there again, it's supposed to start at 9, but nothing was really going on. So they were still setting things up. And then I ran into another guy and just charging my phone up, waiting to go into this conference room. And it turns out the guy that I met was one of the organizers of the whole event, Jared. And I didn't know. That's when I sent you a text I met this guy, but I don't really remember. And it was it's funny how I run into all these famous influencers and important people. And I just see them as regular people in the street.
Well,
I
that's
don't,
because they are.
there's no pedestal that I have for anybody, which I find is interesting.
Well,
It's true of every celebrity.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I think it's true of people in general.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if I want to get into this, but
we can.
I feel okay, I feel like we are our own celebrities in some type of way.
Mhm.
Like a celebrity is a celebrity because they're seen on TV and they're known in the spotlight and all that stuff. But I mean, say you run a company and that company has a huge community of people. You're a celebrity in that community as well.
Mm.
Same with say for example, I'm in a supporters community, and there are people that are part of that supporters community who are pretty fucking big. Like everybody knows them, you know.
Okay.
And so I feel like yes, celebrities are celebrities because they're in the spotlight, but I think everyone in their own right has the opportunity to be a celebrity as well.
Okay.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I don't know why I went there, but that's. But continue. Day one.
So,
Weird.
So the whole.
I'm sorry.
This is fine. The rest.
What happened?
He's back. Welcome back, Joe.
Oh gosh.
Throw some water, splash. But it's really steaming. No, it was the rest of the event was kind of like that, just introductory stuff. And I basically just network with a whole bunch of people, walking up to people and finding ways and moments to introduce myself without just walking straight up to them and having my hand out to say hello, which a lot of people suggest I should do. And it's like, no, there's methods and ways of like, oh, those shoes are nice. You have the necklace are cool. Or you're wearing a cool outfit. Or are you also a podcaster? Stuff like that. And I did that without any sort of hesitation or bringing up whatever knowledge or anything. It was just all, it was natural. It was supernatural. So I met so many people on the first day.
Supernatural. So it was like up there.
Whoa. Okay.
Why do you guys panic so much?
I don't know. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
And so the orientation was the only thing. Two things on the first day was orientation and then a party event that happened that night. So
how was the party? I want to know about that.
The first party was in the hotel downstairs.
Oh, at the bar.
Not at the bar on the top floor. At the bar at the bottom. So in the lobby,
like
where the water fountain is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the DJ was cool. He played some good music. He did do what most DJs do that I hate, is where he plays a good song, but then he mashes it up with something else. He doesn't play the original, and then he'll go through it really quickly. It's like, oh man.
Oh, so he wasn't.
I'm gonna invite Joe to join me live so that I'm not holding one angle the whole time.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
This is your choice, Philly. You don't have to force Joe.
Oh, you guys were like, oh, we want more video content.
I didn't say that,
and
Joe.
I'm with it.
Did you give consent for
Invite
Philly?
the shit out of me. I don't give a fuck.
That way I'm not the only one holding angles. Just make sure you download it at the end.
Wait, what am I doing here? Sent their live video. Am I joining you?
Yeah, join.
But I haven't joined you. I
don't know.
But you have to accept.
Hey, request. Send a request.
Okay. There you go.
I sent the request right here.
Okay.
So continue about night one.
And then just make sure your phone's on silent.
Hey, all right, here we go.
So they had a live DJ. They had unlimited drinks, top shelf drinks.
Oh, you declined, Joe? Okay.
I didn't decline. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to settle this out and get it done out of the way?
I'm going to interrupt you as many times as I fucking can.
How about that? This is for Philly, and this is for Joe. I have two hands.
What the fuck did I do?
You were a nice gentleman, and I love you, Joe. You gave us cake.
Thanks.
Is that my phone? Sorry,
I don't know what's happening.
My phone's too far away. Oh,
hey, it is what it is. So I requested you.
That was my phone. So I turned it on silent. So anyway, so so there was a orientation of networking and talking to a bunch of people. Then you had to sign up, and you got your badges and free swag and all that stuff. And then at the party, it was pretty cool. The food, the hors d'oeuvres that were passed around were really nice, really good quality, and then unlimited drinks, so you can drink as much as you want. No stopping there. It was great.
Right.
However, everybody was talking. Nobody was really dancing. And you guys know me. I like to dance and move and get active and party and all that stuff. So,
Keenan, sorry, could you hand that to me? Sorry, I just got an idea.
Motherfucker.
So what people don't know, I'm getting a.
Well, they can see it if they're viewing
Joe's thing.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right.
So, yo, what's up, Alex Grancia?
Oh, that's an echo.
You're an echo.
I don't.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Anyway, so continue. Sorry about
Al's
that.
the homie.
So the party was pretty cool. And it was pretty much the first day was literally all about meeting people, and that's where I got a lot of info and business cards and even business for myself. I passed out a lot of my own personal business.
Wait, that's not what you were there for, though. What the fuck?
So what happened was a conversation when two people talk.
Fucking are.
But I did promote. Oh, and it turns out a lot of people love the title of None of Our Business. They think it's great. And
bam! I told you, Phil.
And a lot of them like the concept of who we are, which is what I condensed into calling us professional locker room talk.
I like that.
So
have you checked the bio that I changed on our profile about 2-3 weeks ago where I said all that? Isn't it weird?
Maybe he took that as maybe he read it briefly and then he was like, it just stuck in his
He's
head.
like, I got a great idea.
Okay, see, now I know what it sounds like when I'm talking. I'm giving out my my credit. I get it.
Huh. There it is.
I won't do it anymore. I promise.
There it is. Would you look at that? Huh.
So,
well,
anyway,
look at that.
I got to meet a lot of people who run the event and a lot of the organizers, and that was really cool. And then the second day, I found out, or I didn't find out, but I went into the actual convention halls where they actually had booths of all these companies.
Okay,
It was kind of like the whole Comic-Con thing, I guess you'd say, where they're selling out their product. There was a booth giving away free drinks too. There was alcohol flowing like mad crazy for 3 days straight.
Free drinks?
Yes.
Yeah, we're live.
We're talking like free. We're talking like unlimited.
Really?
And good stuff too.
Oh, good shit?
Yeah. And
it's too bad IG Live doesn't go 3-way because that's all we need. And then I could just download the video.
Fuck it.
Whether
we don't need to see. We don't need
or
to see.
Or if I even want to do it. I mean, come on, Philly.
What are you talking about?
What if I'm like, let's just be together here with us.
Little baby.
Why can't we just enjoy this moment with ourselves?
Because this is a podcast. Jesus Christ, Keenan.
What?
If Jesus existed, he would look down on you in shame.
He would.
I don't know.
He said he would. Really?
What do you mean?
Anyway, day 2 was where I got all the swag and talked to all these companies to see
all the swag.
Most of them were about monetization and statistics,
which is something that we're going to delve into. So day 2, Philly, you were actually in day 2, right? You were there for day 2.
Yep.
You showed up towards.
I showed up. I made a documentary style video. I got plenty of footage, but really the only stuff we really needed was the one that I shared. And I was like, all right, cool. And then he was like, well, there's a party afterwards. I was like, word. And then I looked at the time and I forgot I had already set up another recording session for something else. And I was like, I can't go, man. So I basically bought a ticket and practically donated my money to the event, man, because I didn't do shit, man.
But I had fun.
But Keenan fucking killed it, man.
I went crazy.
Keenan fucking was the star of the place, man.
Yeah, because we went to this place.
It made me confident and it made me feel like we should consider making Keenan CEO of Noob. You know what I mean?
You mean of Cipuento?
Oh, Cipuento Media.
Yeah.
Did I say it right? Cipuento.
Yeah, you got
Cipuento Media.
You got it. Cipuento Media, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you don't know.
That one is where Keenan really shined because.
Oh, you know what we could do? Sorry. Because while we're figuring this out, it's all great. So people are going to be able to see this. You could go live on your phone and then just make sure you download it at the end of it so that then I can just put your two here, those two angles, and then me on the other side. And then ta-da, we have.
He has a trash ass phone though.
No, it's iPhone 6S. It's pretty good.
It's trash.
Anyway.
Okay, so day 2, once you came in, I want to know the story. I want to hear everything because I wasn't there, so fuck you guys.
So day 2, again, I was hanging out.
Go ahead, man. Just keep talking.
Keep talking. So you're making this weird, buddy.
What? No, I just don't you think this is something we should discuss and do prior?
What are you
instead of doing during the episode?
Why? None of our business podcast always does shit unscripted.
Oh, okay. Now it does.
Figure out. Oh, you punk ass motherfucker.
What?
We've always done unscripted shit, man.
Acting like you brand new. Listen, people are watching this right now. A whole number of 3 people are watching this right now. They're in utter anticipation as to what we're going to be doing. People, speak up. We want you to say, yo, you guys are crazy. I don't know what's happening.
Nobody's saying shit.
Hey,
Keenan doesn't like this at all. Keenan's like, I don't like this at all.
This is what our whole discussion and meeting was supposed to be about.
Oh gosh,
I've seen what happens at our meetings, bro. Ain't nothing fucking changes.
Okay, so continue what you were saying though.
at the party there was it was at the Continental Club, because during the convention I really just walked out and just met some of the people at the booths, and got information, got their business card, exchanged a little personal information, maybe some Instagram. They had this cool thing where in the program or app you can what do you call it, take a picture of their barcode, whatever, and then gives you your name and all the attendees and stuff like that.
Their information. Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
That's common in a lot of like expos and conventions. Yeah. They'll come. They'll like if you visit a booth, they'll be like, "Oh, can I scan you?"
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's very common.
Oh, that was my first time experiencing.
Oh, it's happened. I want to say it's that shift was made maybe like 5 years ago, where you could actually have that 5-6 years ago, maybe. Well, with the the expansion of like iPads and smartphones and all that shit. Now you just scan their barcode and then it shows that they were there. Yeah, they came to your booth. That's so you could gauge. So you could gauge like the numbers, how many people actually frequented your booth, and it's more of an analytics thing.
It probably helps determine like who they should bring back as a booth too.
Oh yeah, not necessarily just that, because it's the people in the booth scanning you. So it's more for their own sake. Like, okay, let's see how many people actually visited us.
Okay,
is it even?
So they can run their numbers, right?
Is it even logical for us to do this next year if X amount of people?
Doesn't make sense for us to have a booth here.
Exactly.
It's kind of yeah.
So, I'm sure there was huge turnout at Podcast Movement.
Huge turnout.
I heard some rumors that they had to make more badges or something like that, because it was like
people were losing. People were leaving their badges behind.
Oh, I thought it meant like it sold out or something. But
that's why they were charging a fee. They were like, "Yo."
Oh, never mind. Well, the day event was cool.
Somebody asked if we were eating tacos. Nope.
And
we're eating pancake bread from Trader Joe's. Get up on it. Get on it.
And Philly and Joe, Philly and I went to see one of the keynote speakers downstairs. It wasn't exactly
Sasha something, right?
Yeah, I
never heard
of her long enough.
You weren't there long enough?
No, I wasn't. I didn't stay too long. They had about 8 or 9 keynote speakers.
What was it? What were they? Some of the talks. You didn't stay for any of that stuff?
No.
So Keenan was networking.
Yeah, most of the time I was trying to find information from these other companies and people personally as to be able to help us with our growth of our podcast and learn from what their podcast was and what they did and do it like that kind of one-on-one. I feel like it's too generalized when you're sitting on stage, just speaking to a whole audience.
In generalities, and sometimes it doesn't match to what we want to do. I get it.
Especially since we're a very diverse group. We're not a podcast speaking solely just on the Lakers, and that's it. So,
right.
Whoa! What do you mean? What's wrong with just a podcast focused on the Lakers?
I said nothing wrong of that sort. Why are you making me seem bad? God damn! I'm trying to be a nice guy here.
We're not a focused pod.
Is that what you call it? A focus pod?
Yeah.
Well, someone said
niche. Gaming, like watch it. What up, yo?
Someone said we're entertainment.
Jesse,
like we're kind of being entertainment.
I would consider us entertainment. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that we're able to just speak on whatever or anything, I think that's pretty accurate. Just an entertainment in general.
Yeah,
we don't have anything specific we speak about, so we're not like a sports guys. We're not, any of the sort. So yeah, I could be there. I could be there. I want to live there. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be there.
So after the keynote, after I left the keynote, I did some promo videos with Philly. That we all saw. And then, where did I go? I forgot where I went. I think I just ate some food. Oh,
were you drunk?
Yo,
no,
Care Bear
not quite
Kerr said boo.
Boo.
So we, so the after party of that was at the Continental Club. At the Continental Club was down in the back out of this hotel. We actually showed up early. So I thought the timing was a little bit earlier. Turns out we were like 2 hours early.
Oh, really?
We even stepped outside, did some crack cocaine, and then came back in, and there was still plenty of time.
Sometimes you just have to, speed up the time.
Quite literally speed up the time.
So I think Philly had to bounce, so we bounced. I stayed for a little bit talking to some people, then I walked over, and that was a good night because, again, same thing. appetizers were being served unlimited, and so were the drinks. Drinks were, you can get whatever you want.
You were living in heaven.
It was great.
You were just like
those two. The price for that ticket was well paid off by day 2, and it was a 4-day event. So
yeah, Keenan definitely told me
it was
that,
a 4-day event.
Yeah,
it was yesterday too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What?
I just didn't have the fucking time.
You went yesterday too?
For like a brief moment.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was 4-day event. I thought it was just 3.
Yep.
Wednesday through Friday.
And some people said they were there till Sunday.
Totally worth it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been able to schedule that better.
It was fun. I mean, we all nobody was really, the DJ was hot, but nobody was really dancing. But one person in our booth was dancing a little bit, and I noticed it, and I said, "Hey, let's go to the floor." And so we created our own little mini circle, and all the cameras and video were around us because we were the only ones moving around. Probably why you see me on most of those shots.
Yeah.
And then that slowly, progressively gained more of an audience. So I started dancing around like 8:39, and I didn't stop dancing till 12 o'clock or 12:30, because I was just the music was good. I was having a good time. And
yeah. I was recently at Rock Lidditz, which is I was at the Event Safety Summit back in October.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And they actually spoke about it just takes one person. It doesn't have to be the leader, but it's the guy that comes after the leader that will invite everyone else to come be part of the movement. So say, for example, it's not necessarily me because I'm the leader, of course, de facto. But it'll take the second person to bring the rest of the people, because I'm the performer, but I need the fan to come out and actually see me, kind of like a situation. So I'm sure, like, once you started dancing and the second person came, then that just opened the floodgates and everybody else started coming in.
It took a while. It was me and like 2 other girls, and then like a few people would come in and out. Some people, it's weird. That's the way society works. They will come in, they'll see us dancing, they'll do like a little shimmy sham as they try to pass by us, and then they just leave and won't come back. It was weird. It wasn't until, I think alcohol had something to do with it, because it wasn't until later at night, like 10:30, 11, that we got a massive amount of like 10, 15 people dancing with us.
So what time were the breakouts and all those sessions over?
They were over by 6. 6,
and then the
it
evenings would have parties.
Yeah, so then probably once it was over, people just went to the bar, had a couple of drinks,
then
would go up to their rooms, hang out for a little bit, then come out. That makes sense that it would start getting crowded around 11. Yeah, gives people some time to kind of unwind a little bit, reset. Yeah.
Turns out Andy Dick showed up and sat in the same booth as Jared, and then grabbed the drink out of his hand that he was drinking, and then drank it.
Of course,
pretty interesting.
Of course, he did.
So Andy Dick of him.
Yeah,
Andy Dick.
It was so funny. I didn't see it because I was on the dance floor, but because I was sitting with Jared earlier. Jared actually did a little bit of a break dance in the booth, which was pretty funny to see. It was awesome. Yeah, wasn't expecting it. He just busted it out like nowhere.
That's crazy.
And then
did it look easy?
It looked like he knew what he was doing.
Like he'd done it before.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his little crowd pleaser. Like, I know I'm gonna do this. Like, if I go to karaoke, I know I'm gonna do When Doves Cry. Like,
I know I got a crowd pleaser, a bag of dirt. What?
What the fuck did you just say right now?
I think it's the cold brew.
He was like, I know I got a fucking karaoke bag of dirt. Like, what?
But yeah, it was super fun. And then went home. I
think we put the audience to sleep, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about our convention.
What are you talking about? They probably don't. But I wanted to hear about it. So
and
fuck
so
you guys.
I'm answering Joe's question. Third night, or third day was the same. Mostly just networking, meeting people, getting in the cars, talking about spreading new word of mouth, all that stuff. And then the exciting part about that night was it was what do you call it? Valentine's Day, and they had a special event at a hotel.
Was it a Friends Day? Friends Friends-Valentine's Day.
I was given something called Palentine's Day.
Oh, that's fucking
I know.
weird.
And you were like, I'm a level 72 paladin. What? It's not the same thing.
Pal. I don't want your fucking contribution.
Oh, I know how we're going to do this.
But it was the only thing I got for Valentine's Day. So
moving forward, we'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I'm figuring this out on the show. I understand that. But moving forward, you guys should know we'll be going live. And then in post, I'll just sync the video to the audio, whatever. So those are the who want to ask us questions can join. I'm going to bring my iPhone 6S and I'm going to put it right there. And while I'm logged in Noob, and if we do this, you can plug your phone in there. You know what I mean? I'll get you a stand.
Sure.
And that's it. We're good.
Solid.
Sounds
fucking
good.
Success.
Super. All right.
Excellent.
So then Valentine's Day,
Valentine's
you
Day.
trash ass panda.
So I
Joe's just mad that he didn't go.
I really am. I want to
'Cause
hear everything
there's-
about it. And I would call you guys too. I was calling you guys and you guys
You
wouldn't
did?
answer.
Bro, I have
yeah.
one missed call. You didn't call
I
me
called
that
you
much.
3 times.
Word?
Yeah.
I have
called-
a missed call, and I think I missed, and we texted, but we didn't do.
I was calling you every single day.
You were?
Yeah, I was. I swear to you.
Joe
I
had
can
serious
show you.
FOMO, bro.
I was like, what the fuck? These motherfuckers
What?
are probably out there having fun, going through these sessions.
Honestly, Joe, I don't know if it's just scene, bro. If I'm keeping it real with you.
Well, I think if you were there,
fuck you.
The real
You're
question,
too cool for it, bro.
the question I
Nah,
have
I
of
would've been
myself
fine.
is, would I have been through the events that I've been through and met the people that I met if you were there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It might have been
You
completely
and I
different.
have been. You and I have done expos together.
No, yeah. It's just that
Keenan had a chance to like spread his wings and
I
be a
was saying,
peacock.
I
you
might
know?
Let me fly.
I might have
Peacocks
shadowed.
don't fly.
They do. They don't fly like birds, but they will. They have
Float?
Bird.
Yeah, because I went.
Is the
You would be
word.
surprised that I saw a peacock in a tree once. It was me and my mom, my dad, and my brother. We were driving.
All right,
somewhere
I
in Los
already don't
Angeles.
believe this. All of you guys were in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. When he was still alive, it was a long time ago.
I was talking about your brother, but okay.
So it was in the tree, and we were like, "How did that peacock get in the tree?" And we waited, and sure enough, the peacock jumped off, and it glided its way down to the
Like
the ground.
Knuckles in Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Okay, I want us to finish talking about podcast movement so we can. I'll
Talk
wait,
about the
I'll
Sonic
wait.
movie.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure the audience is like, great, next.
Well,
Nah,
you never
man.
know. I don't know. I'm
I thought
answering
it
Joe's
was
question,
dope. Okay, so
I'm giving
it
him
was
feedback.
it was.
but we're also like talking. We're also doing other things.
It
during
was
the same
very-
time, too.
Keenan is
It
not
was-
ready for
so
this.
it's
Keenan, you're
like-
not ready to be live,
it's
are
not-
you? Keenan?
No, I'm fine to be live. I'm just like you can't shit on me talking about the podcast movement when we're not doing like other things at the same time. I can shit on that too.
You can shit on anything.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're in America.
Hey, the
Jeez.
bearded Jay joined us. What up?
Yo. Okay, so the podcast movement was dope. I wanted to be
Mhm.
there, but you guys were able to. We'll go back again next year, and we'll make sure to take more footage. We'll do
What's all this
live.
we, bro? You might not even make
I'm
it
gonna
again.
go. God damn it,
Mm.
motherfucker! I swear to you, I will go. But yeah, that shit. I mean, I it sucks that I wasn't able to make it, but I'm glad that you guys went. And,
My video makes it look like I was there for like a long time. Like,
yeah,
it was a whole
really
thing.
does.
I was there for like 2 hours, not even like an hour and a half.
I got lots of pictures. I got to post those pictures. I haven't done that yet.
Okay,
I took pictures every day.
Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Mhm.
That's
So funny. You know what is cool? What I will say is funny about the whole podcast movement thing is the next day after I had attended, I forgot like the months back I had agreed to meet a homie who was coming in from New York to LA for like a couple days. And he was like, dude, I'm in LA. Remember we talked? I was like, oh shit. I had some other shit I had to do anyways. So I had to sort of cancel that because I could sort of to then keep my commitment to my homie. And when he shows up, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to go do something. And Keenan had just hit me up. He's like, yo,
Mhm.
all the people from podcast movement are trying to do something. He's like, I was thinking Tokyo Beat, downtown LA. I was like, that's a crazy idea because I was just talking to my boy and I was inviting him to go there because it's karaoke. They got ramen. We can go. He was like, fuck it, I'm on my way. And Keenan was hanging out with a bunch of girls and he was like, here, talk to my buddy Philly.
Oh,
And they
I
were like,
remember that.
hello, the accents and Australian and all the
She
shebangs.
was cute.
And Keenan was like, get him to come, Philly. I already told him. And I was like, all right. They ended up being at Library Bar anyways. But what happened was while that was
Library,
happening, I'm at Tokyo Beat waiting for my buddy Max to park, and all of a sudden this group of people show up, and I see the badges, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys went to Podcast Movement, dude?" They're like, "Hey, is this place good? We were reading some reviews. It might be from out of town. They're like from Florida and fucking elsewhere and shit." And I was like, yes, this place is the place. I'm like telling Keenan, he's like, "Tell him to stay, bro. We're on our way." And it was lit, dude. Legit.
I can imagine the urgency in Keenan, like when you confirmed it's going down at Tokyo Beat. I can just imagine Keenan just turning it on, like, boom. All right, guys, we gotta get going. We gotta get out there. Oh, we're running out of time. Let's get out.
Pushed
there.
old ladies out of the way and shit.
He's like, "Move the fuck out of the way, old bitch."
That's funny. It kind of was like that because I was talking to the people there, and we were walking to the library bar. I was trying to get everything going so we can, because I was just gonna walk with them, drop them off, and then head to Tokyo.
Right.
Tokyo Beat. But, they wanted to talk and hang out. I was like, we got to go. Because I've been beckoned. Philly put up the bat
Did they
signal.
end up meeting you guys at Tokyo Beat?
No, they went to Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like basic bitches, That sounds like a basic bitch would do that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But in my book, you're awesome. Joe doesn't know you, so I met you. They're going to be listening to the podcast.
Keenan, would you be willing to let me use your while you're logged into fucking the noob IG? Keenan, you don't give a fuck right now, dude. You know what? I'm just gonna do it from here. Actually, fuck you.
You haven't finished what you were gonna ask me.
Anyway,
what were you gonna ask me? He didn't even finish.
I'm
looking at what you're doing.
Okay, so
anyway,
moving on, shifting.
So you want to talk about this new subject you want to talk about is Sonic.
Gosh, guys. Okay, so yesterday, we went to watch Sonic.
Oh, it's out already. That's right.
It was fucking dope.
I bet. I'm gonna watch that shit tonight.
You had doubts about it.
Dope. I really did. I had huge doubts.
My shit's dead.
I had huge doubts, and I felt like
I just have 50% battery on my phone.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all right. So I was very reluctant about it, especially when they first showed what Sonic was gonna look like. Everybody was mad.
Yeah,
mad. I mean, you know me. I would leave it up to interpretations. Everybody's, but the fact that they stopped all post and were like, "All right, we're gonna fix it for you guys," and actually did it.
That's nice.
Was dope. Super dope, and they did not fail us. I feel like most of it might not have changed. Like I think the movie was what the movie was already, and then they just changed the look of Sonic.
Right.
So I feel like even if they hadn't changed the look of Sonic, I feel like it would have been a good movie.
Okay.
I feel like changing him to more to what he used to look like, or what we're used to seeing a Sonic look like. I think them doing that enhanced the movie, but I feel like the movie was going to be good regardless. Like, because I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's performance was fucking great.
Nice.
Great.
Who did Sonic's voice?
It was Schwartz, Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz.
Okay. John Raffio. Ben Schwartz. He's also in what's that? What's it called? That one with Kristen Bell and shit. What's the fucking name of that movie?
I can't think of it.
It was on Showtime. Shit.
But speaking of movies, and the callback to Dweebs. Dweebs? Dweebs. I'm sorry.
Jesus. Dweezy just called you a dweeb.
I didn't mean it. You know I am with names, but I kind of agree with them a little bit with Aladdin. I finally saw Aladdin, and I actually did not like the remake.
Well, it's okay. You can eat a dick. Who cares? I don't care. Fuck you.
I felt they should have called it something else and not call it a remake. They should change the title.
But it was a remake. That's exactly what it was. It was a remake.
That's what I'm saying. The remake, I would say it's more of a interpretation than a remake. Like it's based off of a previous film. And we're gonna do it live action because
but you do know that Aladdin is an old tale, right?
Yeah.
So even Disney's interpretation of it is way different than what the original
exactly
was.
on itself. I'm saying like it's an interpretation of an interpretation. No, it's a remake of a remake. So it's remaking its previous remake, and that previous remake I was okay with. A good, the cartoon on stuff, but then a remake of the cartoon, like it's the presentation.
I think it was different enough to say that it was a remake. It was they kept some of the
themes of it were the same.
Initial themes.
The themes are the same, but dialogue, setting, interaction, how everybody met and talked with each other, and how scenes moved to the next scene, where it was almost like a whole entirely new movie, which is why I was like, this should just be called something totally different, like
Aladdin and the something,
or something, or Prince Ali it should be called Prince Ali or something like that, where it still can follow Aladdin and how he becomes the Prince Ali, and how it,
did you watch the Dumbo movie?
No,
you haven't seen Dumbo.
I haven't seen Dumbo. I haven't seen Lion King. I mean, Lion King. Lion King.
Have you seen?
I'm working things as I'm going along.
Okay. Have you seen? I imagine you haven't seen any of the Disney remakes.
No, I'm working on it. I mean, this was the moment that I had some free time to actually watch something. It was just on TV. I didn't specifically go out and look for Aladdin. This was just on the television. So I decided to watch it.
I really enjoyed the Aladdin.
But I'm just saying that's one of the movies
and
that I can
it's subjective.
Because I don't think I agreed with him heavily. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I'm just saying, after seeing this movie, I kind of leaned towards that. Just on presentation, like how you present it and say, this is what this movie really is. And I go, well, I didn't feel like that's what you were telling me. It should have been something totally different, and I would have accepted it. So if it was a whole new movie, or if they said, this is our live action version similar to what was done in the cartoon, then I'm fine with that too. But to say this is just like the old one, then it's not.
I don't think they ever said it was just like the old
Maybe
one.
not just like, but it's like, this is the live version of what you loved. Like it was too, it's like I said, we're remaking the remake,
I did read an article where the guy who played Aladdin was complaining that he wasn't getting any jobs after the Aladdin movie. And then they tried to bug who was in that movie? Will Smith about it. And Will Smith was kind of saying like, I think he's a talented actor.
Wait a minute. No, but he's in that new Hulu show.
Well, now, but he expected that Aladdin movie was going to like open the floodgates for him.
Well, that's just dumb.
Like he was
to
like,
have expectations like that is dumb, because look at Daisy Ridley,
What happened to her?
Like she's done Star Wars, but what else do you remember her doing in recent times?
She did Agatha Christie's. Oh, okay.
That's a blockbuster. Yeah.
Whereas John Boyega is getting some roles. John Boyega is staying busy,
but they're not super heavy. You know,
right.
Same with what's his fucking name?
Play Poe?
No. Fuck. What was I gonna say? It was I can't remember what movie I was gonna say or reference. Shit. Same with I can't remember.
Oh.
But there are plenty of actors who now I remember. Harry Potter.
Oh, Radcliffe?
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe. He's got some good roles.
Yeah, but he's not like a super megastar. He's a consistent actor now who we recognize all the time, no matter what he does now. Because name the last blockbuster he was in.
Daniel Radcliffe? Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah. Name the last.
Oh,
he's like doing theater and shit.
Well, yeah, he did this Scissor Paper Man. What's it called? Not Scissor Paper Man.
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man.
Was that a blockbuster?
Wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I thought it did really well.
No, it's an indie film. It did well, but it's an indie film.
Oh, okay. And that was a long time ago.
The hottest shit he's on right now is
a TV
TBS show.
Did you watch it? I thought it was kind of funny.
No, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine. He's not like, I didn't become a megastar because I was in all these blockbusters.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking rich now. And now he's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Isn't that his choice though? Didn't he really hate being only viewed as Harry Potter? So he wanted to do theater. He wanted to do indie stuff. He didn't want to be the megalithic star that people expected him to be. Right. And he forced himself out of it. I think he chose that route to not go in those major titles.
Probably.
Maybe.
I think he did. Well, but then again, this is
the same
subjective. I could be
it's
saying.
The same for any of those kids who were in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Rupert Grint.
Yeah.
The last thing that I remember him doing is that Snatch show on shitty television station. I don't know what it is. What's it called?
BBC One or something. No, I'm kidding.
It's that fucking A. It's that paid show, that paid TV channel.
Crackle?
Is it Crackle? I might be Crackle. Yeah, Crackle.
Well, he did.
I'm calling it shitty because I don't have it, so I don't know if it's shitty. But no.
He did. He did one where he pretended to be someone with cancer, and then turned out he didn't have it. Didn't with
but do you
Nick
remember
Frost.
what that is?
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Again, there are plenty. Look at what's this kid from Terminator 2?
Dude, I don't even know who that kid is.
Exactly.
That's right. He's in Sons of Anarchy, right?
I don't know if he's in
Sons of Walking Dead. Walking Dead. Sorry,
I don't think so. No.
Terminator 2.
From Terminator 2?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I guess somewhere it Sons of Anarchy. Walking Dead.
You're just racist. You think all white people?
No,
look the same.
fuck you.
Keenan thinks all white people look the same. I mean,
oh man,
I'm not lying.
Spit.
That's what I'm saying though. Like there are plenty of actors who do something that's a blockbuster that's supposed to put them in the limelight, and it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I'm trying to think of other actors. Well, I mean, you can't really compare it to. Oh no, I was gonna say Shia LaBeouf, but he's a pretty big actor.
And,
people know him. He's popular,
and I still think he said he didn't want to be hugely famous,
right?
So
I guess he might be an exception as far as him not, and Daniel Radcliffe too.
But, as far as I think, but again, I understand. Yeah, I totally agree that those growing up in the Hollywood era of big blockbuster stuff kind of probably takes a toll on a person as a kid.
What's the Haley kid? Haley Joel Osment. He's another kid who was but he rebounded. He came back. He bounced back.
Did he do porn?
I don't know.
Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah.
I don't know if he did porn, but I know that he was a big child star. Had he crashed. He crashed a little bit. Let the limelight get the
best of him.
Get the best of him. But then he bounced back, and now where some people ridiculed him for crashing so hard, now people are lauding him for taking that and saying, all right, well, this is mine now. You guys can make fun of me because I gained weight and I look weird now, but you know what? I'm gonna use that. And then he did what's that show? It was that soap opera show. I can't remember. And there's Kristen Wiig was in it.
Soap opera?
Yeah, it was like a soap opera show on maybe TBS or FX.
Ugh.
It was a soap opera show. It had Kristen Wiig. It had Haley Joel Osment. I think.
I can't even remember that.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. It was. You said it's on PAX or whatever.
No, it was on either FX or TBS, and it was it was one of those soap opera type. It was like a parody of soap operas, 80s and 90s soap operas about a wealthy family and the sister loved the brother and all that shit.
Fuck! I should watch that. Sounds funny.
Yeah, it was a parody, but they treated it
it's serious,
a serious soap opera. Yeah. But you're laughing, but they're dead serious about what they're doing.
Now I gotta watch it.
I can't remember what it was called.
But at least I know Haley Joel Osment's in it, so I'll just look that up.
Yeah,
IMDb.
Yeah. I really enjoy the fact that he's kind of taken a hold of his career. He said, all right, well, I kind of know I kind of fell off and I let myself go and all that, but I'm going to take advantage of that. And now that's going to be.
I mean, being a child star looks like it's hard because pretty much everyone who has been a child star has had.
I can tell you, being a former child star myself,
and a heavy emphasis on the former.
This guy. Was there any other movies you saw? Did you see Bad Boys?
No, I haven't seen any other movies, which is weird because I go to the movies a lot.
Yeah,
but
you're a consumer.
But the fact that I haven't seen a movie in a minute, I think the last movie I saw was probably Rise of Skywalker.
Wow,
in theater.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
I really want to see the Guy Ritchie film.
I went to go see Bad Boys.
I'm lying. I saw Knives Out.
Oh, you did? Yeah. What
Knives
do you think?
Out is.
Word.
It's
Yeah.
like kissing a butt.
Word.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah.
And I know we're supposed to see it together, but that was why I was kind of intent. I'm
It
like,
was
we
one of
should
those
still see it.
situations where I was out on a job and I had the time.
Mm.
I had a little bit of time while I was out on a job, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go watch this movie."
Well, I went to go see Bad Boys, and that shit was tight. And I've never seen any of the Bad Boy movies. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool to see.
You've never seen any of the Bad Boy movies?
None at all.
Hmm.
None at
Wow.
all.
So then you would see.
How would you
So
get-
if you liked it a lot,
I wouldn't say I liked it
I'm
a
sure-
lot. I mean, I thought it
But
was
you said it
action
was
packed.
tight. You
Yeah,
said
like
it
it
was
was tight.
tight.
Like there was a lot of good fight scenes.
you don't say it's tight unless you really like something.
Do I?
Ladies, gentlemen.
Oh.
So only when you like it do you tell her that it's tight.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't know what you're
Maybe.
talking about, so
It's okay. I don't blame you.
okay.
Okay, but so you really liked it.
No, I thought it was great.
I'm sure there were so many references to the other two films.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
I'm
I
not
feel
sure
like
how you.
maybe you would have gotten it more if it. So the fact that you liked it and you hadn't seen any of the other ones, it's kind of a good.
Oh,
good
so I
sign.
went to go see that because a homegirl of mine took me out to go see that for my birthday.
Okay.
And then another homegirl took me out to go see Parasite.
Paris.
And
Oh,
Parasite was dope. I can't believe it took me this
Parasite
long to see it.
Was fucking amazing.
didn't it sweep the Oscars with a whole bunch
It
of
didn't
awards?
sweep the Oscars. It got 4
Okay.
Oscars?
Oscars.
I'm
It didn't-
rubbing
Bitch,
it
I
it
live in a
didn't
trash can.
sweep- It didn't sweep the Oscars, but it took 4, and it took 4 of the major awards.
Okay, cool. Okay.
It won for best original screenplay, I believe.
Yeah.
It won for best director.
Best
It
picture,
won
right?
best picture,
Yep.
and it won best.
You're the best.
I can't remember what
score,
the other one was.
music,
No.
graphics. No,
It was original
Graphics.
screenplay, director.
Actor.
No.
No?
I
Oh
can't
yeah,
remember what the other one-
Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix, right? He
Joaquin
won,
Phoenix won. Joaquin.
won Best Actor.
Joaquin.
It's not a walking phoenix.
I said Joaquin.
Joaquin. Joaquin Phoenix. Phoenix.
Phonics.
Hooked on phonics.
He got
Hooked on phonics.
he got Best Actor,
Yo, what's up
right?
with Joaquin Phoenix dropping all these speeches everywhere he goes, bro?
Because he doesn't give a fuck. I aspire to be like Joaquin Phoenix one day and be like, yo, thank you for giving me the greatest honor, but I want to let y'all know that you guys are all fucking up and you guys need to get your shit together.
Everybody's all
Stupid asses.
uncomfortable when
And
he
they're
gives his
like,
speeches. They're like,
Well, you were a rapper, so you're halfway there.
and then even Leo is like, I can't believe I didn't win.
Wait, Leo said that? No, wait,
No,
no,
like
he
you could
didn't.
see it in his
Obviously not.
face, bro. He's like, I thought after
He's
I
like,
won my
what the
first one, I'd
fuck?
start just winning these
Wait,
awards.
he won. I thought he won supporting.
No, it was Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt won supporting for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh no, I meant like Leo's only Oscar was for a supporting actor, wasn't
No.
it? He won Best Actor.
He won Best Actor.
The
for,
truth is, does Leo even need to win an award
really
to get
doesn't.
validated?
Not
I mean,
really.
it's
That motherfucker
almost
is
it's
too
almost like
stupid.
don't give him an award because
Yeah, it's an insult because
Yeah,
of all the
pretty
years
much.
that you didn't give him an award.
you know what
Like,
I mean?
Same with Tom
motherfucker's
Cruise, right?
badass.
Tom Cruise never got an award, right?
Okay, is Tom Cruise or Leonardo DiCaprio a better actor? Let's just put it out
Between the two of them,
Okay,
what can we
Look,
say? What
I'm
see,
you
not
the way
gonna-
I see it is they're in two very different fields.
there. Right.
Right.
Tom Cruise is an action dude, and there's cool action moves, and nobody does action movies like Tom Cruise.
Nobody does action movies like Tom Cruise
Mhm.
does action movies.
Just
He
like
makes-
nobody does acting the way Leo does.
So-
That's true.
So I guess we can't compare them.
You
No.
can't compare them.
They're
in
each
two
in a
different
class
leagues,
of
you
their
know?
own.
Okay.
Like Tom Cruise is a master at what he does, and he does it really fucking well because he's a great actor.
Mhm.
Right.
But he supplements that with the action,
Mhm.
and the action is as genuine as you can get
Because he does his own
Because-
fucking stunts.
Exactly. It isn't computer generated. It isn't computer
It
generated.
isn't computer generated.
It isn't computer generated.
I mean, Jackie Chan does his own stunts,
Yes,
though,
yes, but he's not an American actor.
which is
you know.
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because you're
But-
not an American actor doesn't mean you shouldn't be competing.
well,
on the
then
same
Donnie
levels.
Yen should be spoken on the same.
Because Donnie
vein,
Yen's a fucking
like,
animal.
yeah, but we can't compare them because we're comparing two white men.
ah.
You know what I mean? So Leonardo DiCaprio is the best at what he does as far as an actor is concerned. He's right in lines with Daniel Day-Lewis. He's right in the line with Joaquin Phoenix.
That's true.
Like with these guys that are like, I would say maybe method actors, because I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio is a method actor in
Yeah.
some sorts. like because he plays.
Joaquin
his roles
Phoenix
really
gave
well.
some serious credit to Christian Bale, like when he was fellow nominees.
Christian Bale is another
Right.
one of those
And
great
and
actors.
when they moved the camera over to Christian Bale was kind of like, thanks, man. Cool. He was like, I could never do that. He was like, let's not make this about me because I didn't win the fucking award. I don't want to be, Is it an insult to bring up the other nominees and sort of try to turn the spotlight on them while you're up there?
I don't think so.
How would you feel if, like, let's say they gave me a bunch of awards?
Dope. I would have been like, y'all were dope. You probably should have won, but I got it. So,
Right. But how would you feel? So then if I was up there and I was like, okay, so I won the awards, but man, I wouldn't be able to do half the shit you do. I'm a big fan. And then
I think that's humbling. You're kind of like saying, hey, man, I'm up here, but, you could have been up here too. And
so there was class all the way with Joaquin
absolutely,
Phoenix.
Absolutely. I don't think I would have been insulted if I was like, yo, you fucking killed it, dude. And, I watched your shit and I thought it was tight. So I'm honored to be up here. And I'm honored to think that people think I did a better job than you because I thought you were fucking awesome.
Right.
So again, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Cruise, two very different classes. Tom Cruise is a great actor, but he needs that action to make him that much doper because he can act under pressure, under that
Although
action
if we look back at like what Tom Cruise did in Interview with the Vampire, that was a hell of a fucking act.
Man. I mean, there are a lot of movies. Jerry Maguire.
Vanilla Sky was pretty good.
Vanilla Sky, where they're not incredibly action packed, but he does well. And again, Leonardo DiCaprio too. He's done.
The thing is, you couldn't put Leo. You couldn't put Leo in a Tom Cruise movie and vice versa.
In Mission Impossible, I think you can put Leo in that.
You think has Leo done
like the first one?
Maybe the first one, because it wasn't as action packed as the rest of them. Maybe the first one. But
because like the only thing I've ever seen Leo
I want to go
in.
watch Rogue Nation now. Fuck, I love that
The
movie.
only thing I've ever seen Leo do like action in sort of was The Departed.
The Departed. There wasn't a ton of action, but sure, there was a little.
I think Gangs in New York. He did
Gangs in New York. That was, that was a drama too.
No. He had that whole, what was it, Man in the Iron Mask? That was a very
Man in the Iron Mask. Like he didn't really do a lot of fighting or anything.
He was more like just in prison the whole time and all that shit.
What else? I mean, he hasn't been in a lot of
the Romeo and Juliet movie, right?
But
plenty of action there. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
fuck you, Keenan.
What?
You're not even caring about what we're doing.
You can suck my fat.
You're on camera, right, Keenan?
Yeah.
The whole
so
world's
were you when you were doing all this shit.
I'm on
earlier.
camera. I went live on Facebook since this shit didn't want to load. So I'm gonna put it all together at the end of it.
Don't throw me shade when I know I saw you both. All right. Don't throw me shade on that shit.
What am I doing?
So to fill the listeners in, the reason why I haven't been speaking most of the podcast is because I've been trying to wrap my brain around. I've been trying to wrap my brain around how to bring you guys some video so you can stare at our faces and look at all the dumb shit we do. And I think that this is the best way to do it. Honestly, I just didn't bring my spare phone, my trap phone, but I know next time I will, and we'll be having
the trap phone.
See, you guys can now join us while we go live and ask us questions, and we can talk shit. We can talk the talk, and then in post, I'll put it all together, video, whatever, so you guys can watch that during your own free time, and we can do little snippets on YouTube and all that shit. And it's okay. I know I carry the show on my back, but it's all good.
Oh my god,
we've been doing quite well without you, Phil.
Oh man.
But
I'm gonna write that down real quick.
But again, well, you have to look at Tom Cruise too, doing all his serious roles. Consider that, like Born on the 4th of July.
Born on the that's a
which
movie.
He won an
that's
Academy
an old
award for.
So Tom Cruise did win an Academy
When
Award.
was that made? Like when you were like 3? How old is that?
Late
movie?
80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'd never even heard of that movie.
Yeah, that's the one where he played
the Outside. He was in The Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
The Outsiders was a great.
Oh, that's right. That was the one where Rob Lowe and
the whole
Emilio Estevez, all the guys that we know and love.
Yeah. Emilio was in it. Rob Lowe, Charlie Sheen, Tom Cruise. There were a bunch of actors.
Yo, KPXO, Alana C. Martinez, what's up?
Yo, thanks for joining us, guys. So yeah, they're just two leagues of their own. I think the years have separated them more than anything. Because
Rob Lowe, what's up with him? Like this dude, talk about somebody like one of the best looking dudes in Hollywood, and he just doesn't fucking.
That motherfucker looks 35 for the rest of his life. Like He's gonna look 35 for the rest of his life. He looks great.
For me, his best role was number 2 in Austin Powers.
I loved him in
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. He was great.
Oh,
It's
but
funny.
what was the name of that movie, Joe? You're the one that put me onto it too. Rob Lowe's in that movie with Jeremy Piven when they're all homies, and they all agreed that if their lives sucked and didn't turn out the way they wanted them to, they would commit group suicide.
Suicide Pact.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
B to the ride. What's up?
Keenan is not with
Keenan's
me.
like suicide.
I don't know. I like.
He's
my
like,
life.
I don't know. My life is.
I need to get it fixed before I end it.
Is there?
Why would you end it?
Yeah. Wait. Whoa.
We're talking about
Whoa.
suicide.
This is getting dark.
You
That's
just brought up
weird.
suicide yourself.
I would never kill myself. What are you,
Oh my
crazy?
god! You just said
What are
suicide
you,
pact
crazy?
and hold up your hand.
Yeah, but you didn't give me a high five, so it didn't count.
What?
So
I hate my life. I'm gonna start my own podcast.
What is this, Joe?
I don't know. All right.
Okay, so far we probably bored the shit out of
So
our audience this
Sonic was
episode.
dope as fuck. I don't know how we went off on a tangent. Got into Leo and Tom Cruise.
I forgot.
But
about
Sonic
that.
was dope as fuck.
Time you've got to come out the closet.
There's a shitload of fan service. Like they made this for the fans, and I cannot wait
for a
for
sequel.
the sequel.
Cool. It was
But-
Tails in it, or you want to tell us, or is it a surprise?
You got to watch this.
So
shit
Jim
because
Carrey
it
is
just blows
Dr.
your mind.
Robotnik in the Sonic movie.
Yes,
A skinny Doctor
And
Robotnik.
he
Did he
did-
get fat?
great.
Okay.
He did great. You guys got to watch it. I can't
I
say
mean,
you
just
shit
like
about it.
to have. I mean, first of all, nobody could make a better kid movie than Jim Carrey. I mean, he's the most animated human I've ever met. But is the movie
He
a kid
speaks to
is
the kids? It's absolutely a kid focused movie. Like there are some adult like jokes, like
Of course.
little drops that
Yeah.
would go over a kid's head.
Oh, check that out. There's only 20 seconds remaining on the IG live, so you can't even go live the whole time.
Oh, that's crazy. So
Yeah, fuck you.
so okay. So Jim
Talk
Carrey.
about not giving fucks, Philly.
What? I said that's crazy. So now we know it's about a 30-minute run, right?
But the look on your face, just your expression and the way you said it.
You're an
just seemed
asshole.
like-
You're fucking throwing salt. In the
Oh
wound.
yeah. How does that feel, Joe?
What did I do? I didn't even do anything. Stupid ass. All right. So anyway,
Wow.
I'm going live again. Fuck you guys.
Doing it twice?
I-
Wait,
You know,
does it save it?
I couldn't
Yeah.
save it, bro. My phone doesn't have enough room to save that shit. So we just
Wow.
recorded all that for nothing.
I'm
It's
confused.
okay. We already got it on the show, so it doesn't matter.
What? What?
But I didn't share it
Oh,
because you only have the option to share or download. Hey, Tracy Hale, I'm going live on Facebook at least. In fact, you could pull out your laptop and probably go live on there.
I'm live right now. Anyway, so
You brought your laptop?
Shit, no, I'm live right now. This thing is live.
Bro.
Boom, there it is. Yo, Jokey, what up, the homie? Speaking of which, we're gonna be so the food dudes, not you guys, but the food dudes, we're gonna be on After the Fact pod on the 29th.
Wait a minute. Were you gonna be on the After the Fact?
That's next
I
week.
asked
Yeah.
to join you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can join this.
So Noob will be on After the Fact this Saturday.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ray.
Yeah.
I don't know if he goes live on Saturday, but
Yeah.
right, you feel me?
Anyway, we'll be on the show as well. Promote for Noob. And
Yeah, promo for Noob.
Yeah.
We're going to be joining After the Fact next week.
Yeah.
But for the food dudes, TFD, we're going to
They're
be
doing
joining him on the 29th.
So
And
wait,
next week, we actually have Just Live J.
JSLV.
Jason Valencia, founder of
That's right. Of the Just Live. brand.
Just Live, JSLV
29th
brand.
is
I was
Saturday,
wondering when
right?
that was supposed to happen.
Next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
available.
It's he's on the pod next Sunday. Or Monday, technically, for the people.
No,
Yeah.
I meant for the food dudes. I'm available to do that.
Oh, that
What?
wasn't an invite.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not even invited.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Why
come on, Joe.
would-
We're a trio. You know that. We like the food dudes, and they like us. Where was that?
Ooh.
This is awkward because I know Joe wasn't trying to invite us, but Keenan's like, I want to be on this.
I thought I was a part of this podcast, but all right.
Ooh, I love you. What up, TSG
Okay.
Parkita?
Well,
What
then
up, boo?
that makes it all the better.
You know, next one. On the next one. You'll be on the next one. Come on.
Next time
Nah,
on Dragon Ball
I'll just join other
Z.
people's podcasts.
That's cool,
all
too.
right.
So Sonic, super sick. I feel like I'm trying to finish the Sonic conversation.
This has to be the most disorganized, dysfunctional, and probably uninteresting episode.
I doubt it's uninteresting. We're pretty interesting.
That's all
we're
you
pretty
feel.
badass.
If you don't think we're good enough for our audience.
So, fucking A.
You said Sonic.
Yeah.
The topic is Sonic.
Fan service. Super fan service. And again, as I mentioned before, like I feel like if they hadn't changed the look of Sonic and did it the way that the fans wanted, I think it still would have been a good movie.
Oh, really? So originally, if it was the shit the way it was, you think it would have been okay?
I think it still would have been a cool movie. It wouldn't have been as pleasing because visually Sonic wouldn't have been what we would have liked. But you know me, like I don't care as long as
that movie
cool.
would not have existed if it wasn't for the Pikachu movie first.
I agree. No,
did the Pikachu movie did well?
Maybe yes, it did.
Well.
Ryan Reynolds was the voice of Pikachu. That shit was bound to do well.
I don't know how they would do a sequel though.
Well, I mean, he did Green Lantern. So.
Did you guys watch it?
No.
You haven't watched the Pikachu movie?
No.
Oh, jeez. Did you?
Yeah, of course. We went to go see it together.
Oh my god. Anyway,
hey Keenan, that's man.
So it's like, oh yeah, I remember when you guys sent me the invite.
Well, I don't have a job or money, so
I don't think you had to do
it.
I can't afford it.
Keenan.
I'm just gonna play with whatever I can have.
Parquita Sean is actually in
Shout
Mexico
out from
right
Mexico.
He's in Mexico?
Yeah, he's in Mexico. We have a match against this team from Leon.
Okay.
On Tuesday.
Talk about a dedicated fan. He's going all the way on there.
Well, he's not the only one. There are a bunch of just fans, LAFC fans in general.
Cool.
And surprisingly, it's really cheap to get out there.
Oh yeah, to Mexico.
Yeah, I think they bought their tickets for like $150 round trip.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
And I think for sure the ticket to go to the match was only like $10, $15.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a super cheap trip. I mean, they probably all put in on a B&B and
they drove out there or took a flight.
Some of them drove and then flew when they were in Mexico.
Right.
So it's the smartest route. Because you don't want to catch a plane while you're here and go into Mexico. You want to drive into Mexico.
Speaking of catching things, are you still
got that thing or
about the coronavirus?
Fuck no. When was I ever concerned about the coronavirus?
I know. I said has it changed?
No, not at all.
Okay, because it's been escalating, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the officers out there are like spraying people in the public with like some sanitation.
Yeah,
and I heard a huge part of China is like. What do you call it? Quarantine.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm still not worried about it. That's in China.
Right until it's in the back door. Well, then again, I mean,
coronavirus.
I thought it's been spreading in the United States. I don't know. Maybe it's been keeping.
Joe
under
won't
wraps.
be satisfied until there is a bloodthirsty orangutan chasing him.
It's happened to me in some REM sleep. I had like a
REM sleep.
You told us about that dream.
Yeah.
I don't know what episode it was on.
It wasn't REM, but it was a night terror.
Night terror.
Yeah. That shit happened to me. No.
What's a night terror?
Like when you
call it nightmare?
No.
So what's a night terror?
Like when
it's the evolved form. It's like Gengar's the next level.
It's like when you're having a nightmare and you feel you're awake or what's
Nightmare, the snowman.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis, yeah.
Oh, so you consciously know you're awake, but you also know you're in the dream world.
Yes.
Oh, there's feedback. Oh shit! Sorry about that, man. I didn't realize that. Let me raise the volume. See what that sounds like.
No, you got to turn it down.
Yeah, there is feedback.
You got to turn it down.
I did turn it down, but there's feedback, and I guess.
It's because of all the mics. They're probably too close.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'll end this shit. So it was just an experiment.
Appreciate you,
yeah,
Giovanni.
Appreciate you. It was just an experiment, so that's not gonna work.
It's all good. It's all back to me now because I'm the best.
Whatever.
There it is. I can't get you guys.
I thought your phone was the shits, Joe.
It is.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was just running an experiment to see if it's just gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Anyway, that's not gonna work because there's feedback. But hey guys, damn, there's a lot of hays and what's ups. Dang, I guess they should have been watching my feed, huh, Phil?
Oh fuck.
Joe, the None of Our Business podcast.
Joe, you're throwing shade everywhere this episode. What the
don't
fuck?
know what's happening. Sup, booze?
So
Joy.
You're not concerned. So you won't be concerned unless it's like literally people in your building have it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But then that means it's too late, right?
Yeah, and that's when I should care. Like, fuck it.
When it's too late.
Yes.
So what if it's like being kept under wraps now and you don't even know about it?
Who cares?
Okay.
I'm gonna live my best life until I can't anymore.
All right. There
And
it
if
is.
you got a problem, you can go to hell.
if there
if
is
you
one,
even believe in it.
Yeah.
Yo, so since the last time we spoke, I've been watching a shitload of anime, and
I'm almost done. Iron
Blood Orphan,
the dungeon one. Don't. Is it okay to pick up?
Oh, okay. You're almost.
I'm almost done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you're gonna start an Iron Blood Orphan.
I will. I can't do 2 at the same time.
Oh, that's because you're.
Whatever.
Nah, I feel you. So these last 2 weeks, I've been on this Gundam binge. So I'm watching as much Gundam as I can, and I've watched a lot of Gundam. You know, I've watched
all of it, right? You've seen every Gundam.
Well,
the stuff
I've seen a lot of timelines. I've seen like a lot of different timelines, but to say that I've seen all of Gundam is nah. Okay. I can't say because there's stuff that I'm too lazy to go online to look for the episodes.
Oh, okay.
So for example, there's like the Gundam Builders, which is like a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh kind of show for kids, and they build those Gunplas, like the model Gundams, and they battle them. So that's the premise of that show. So I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Gundam Seed. So Gundam Seed doesn't really attract me. It hasn't really called me so much, but I'm sure it's great. Maybe I don't know. But the shit that I have seen, I have not been disappointed in. So I watched Gundam Origins, which I thought was great. I think it was a great precursor to what ended up becoming Mobile Suit Gundam, which is the original one.
Wait, I feel like we talked about this in the last episode.
Yeah, but I've updated since then. So
and Joe needs time to like speak his mind, and we're giving him ample opportunity to let the floodgates open. We're supporting him in his talk
because there's floods when we're there, you know, like whatever.
Joe gives up. Joe's like, I give up. I give up.
Oh, you know what, guys? I'm gonna end this this live right here. Fuck this. Love you guys. Thanks for joining.
I see you watch the show. You talk about the show, and then you have a Gundam model that you made. It looks really good, by the way.
I have a bunch of them, actually.
And then, so do you do the video games and the board games of Gundam, or no?
No, because you don't I do not like them.
What?
Every Gundam video game I've ever played sucks.
Really? It's just bad? Oh,
no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't say that's not true because it is subjective.
Okay.
But for me, the best Gundam games that I've ever played, and this is the reason why I don't want to play any of the other ones.
Okay.
Because I'm a huge fighting game fan.
Is it a Gundam fighting one? Like
there's
2D?
a 2D side-scrolling Gundam fighting, and it's called Gundam Battle Assault.
Okay.
Gundam Battle Assault Part 1 and Part 2 are probably some of my for sure they're my favorite Gundam fighting games ever. I can't say they're my favorite fighting games ever because I definitely have greater ones, but for sure they set the precedence for what my taste for a Gundam game was going to be. And since then they've done like a Dynasty Warriors style Gundam game that I'm not really into.
You don't like Dynasty Warrior format games at all?
No, I don't. And then they have a bunch of that style, or like they have like that arcade style one, where you.
I just want like an RPG based one where you can like boost your mech up and shit like that.
It's called Mech Warrior.
Okay.
Mech Warrior is the one.
I don't fuck with that.
But it's not the Gundam brand.
I don't like that style.
Yeah.
I don't like that style.
Okay. There used to be Shogun.
To me, no.
Shogun Mobile Suit game came out in the early 90s.
I don't fuck with it.
All right.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I know
you
what
do?
you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the style that I don't like.
Okay.
Yeah, piloting. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only one that I actually took to that was like that was well, for sure, Xenogears is
that's another one.
It's the mech RPG game for sure.
Does that come close to what you're interested in as far as like a Gundam game?
I would have loved to see something like that as a Gundam game.
Yeah,
but the Gundam Battle Assault is a great fighting game. If you like Street Fighter, if you like King of Fighters, if you like that style 2D side-scrolling fighting game, Dragon Ball
Super. Or Dragon Ball Z.
Speaking of which, have you played that Goku game, Kakarot?
I haven't, but I hear it's great.
Really?
Yeah.
You seemed super excited when the trailer came out.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but I have a coworker who's played it. What up, Shan? And he loves it.
You hear nothing but great things. Huh?
Yeah, I hear nothing but great things about that game. So if you're into that, then you're into that. If not, then fuck you. But so Gundam Battle Assault, and it's great because it brings together like all of the fighting games. No, I'm sorry, all the Gundams from previous like series.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pit the RX-78 against the Wing Zero, you know, like or the
right.
So that's.
Do they have Epion in there?
It does have Epion. It has it has a bunch of these like At Guy, a bunch of the Gundam mobile suits, not just Gundam, but also like the Xeon and Federation
all the classics,
and all the classes. So it's pretty dope. I recommend it if you have a PlayStation 1. Get Gundam Battle. So, and actually, I might just buy a PlayStation 1 just so I can play it. Right? Can I play it? Can I play PS1 games on a PS2? Yeah, right.
Yeah, they had. Look, that was the only system that was
backwards
compatible
right?
with the CDs. Well, not every single one, but some of I would say 80% of the games were backwards compatible.
Then I'm gonna buy Gundam Battle so because I have a PS2, but for sure, yeah, right,
yeah.
Oh yeah, because it still had the memory cards.
Yeah,
so you can use the memory cards from the PS2 on the PS1. Yes, you are right. Okay, so I'm gonna fuck with that. So yeah, so I've been watching these series. I finished watching Origins, and then I moved over to Gundam 00, which Gundam 00 at first I didn't really like it.
No,
it didn't do what Iron Blood Orphans or Wing or any of those did to me. But it wasn't until maybe like the 10th, 15th episode that I really took to it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is kind of dope."
Gundam 00, is that like any? Didn't you talk? That's like an anime too, right?
It is an anime. That's what I'm talking about. An anime.
Oh, so I thought you were still talking about the video games.
No, I moved over to watching stuff.
I didn't hear. Anyways, back to the show.
No, I did. I said so. I watched Origins, and then I moved over to Gundam 00. Yeah. So Gundam 00, really good series. It'll take some time, some getting used to, but once you fall into it, then you're good. And so it's watchable, definitely watchable.
That's interesting. Because I am curious about that kind of stuff where I want to be expressed in like new elements of
exposed.
Yeah. Because I mean, how are we going to know about that kind of information without even asking? You know what I mean? Like there's no way I'm going to spend the time and go out and search for it. But it's cool the fact that, and this is kind of coming back to what we talked about a long time ago about having friends and the information that other people can know that can bring into you other forms of entertainment. Like when you mentioned about the whole Gundam stuff, I saw that first episode. I'm like, damn.
Iron Blood Orphan is shit, man.
Yeah.
So much so that like I'll just be watching it, or I'll be in my office and I'll be watching a show, and then like somebody will come up into my office over to my desk and they're asking me something. And they're like, "Oh shit." Yeah. And they'll just stay watching it there, like, oh, this is
like, aren't you gonna work?
They're like, all right, cool. This is. I'll have it on. I'll just turn off the screen. I'll be like, all right. So what's up? What did you need? Bothering me in my watch time.
And they're like, oh, I what's the name of that show?
But yeah, I was just curious about the interest into this Gundam stuff because it looks like it might lead towards not Risk, what's it called, the board game where you have all your little mech units out, Warhammer. And I'm kind of curious
Warhammer,
with the strategist or general that you are to see you in a Gundam Warhammer like tournament game and to have because you're making the piece. Technically, that's what it is. You're making the pieces, painting them, and then they have different, I don't know, stats and stuff.
I just don't think I have the time for that. You know, I don't.
Well, you sort of, make it a vacation day.
I can't. Oh man, I wish I could, but
yeah.
That'd be crazy. Like, that's why I couldn't really fuck with the gummy ships in Kingdom Hearts because I just didn't have the time. So what I would do is just build my optimal ship and then just leave it at that. So I know I could get through all the stages. And because if it was me like 12 years ago.
Oh, you be in it.
Bruh.
You would have the game complete 100%.
I would be on that gummy ship system creating the most outlandish shit.
Joe-
Like I'd be putting fucking a penis ship together with fucking 2 crabs on the sides.
God.
Like
Joe would be dressed in full
crazy.
cosplay.
Oh man.
What about the other game we mentioned before? I'm kind of curious about. So this new game that came out called Darksiders. And
bruv.
props to Darksiders too for. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if I'm right about this, but they had a female lead on their third game.
Darksiders 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fury.
Because it used to be a male lead, male dominated, stuff like that, and then all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden, but they brought. I'm not sure if they slowly brought in this female lead.
She was
she was always a part of the universe.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure if she was always, but I know for sure. Leading into the second one, she was there. She was.
That's awesome.
It was a woman.
That's really cool that they.
I can't remember if the first one
had it.
Though.
It's been a long time since I played that.
Yeah,
but I thought it was really awesome. It looks like this one they're letting you take control of either the male or female lead. Or is it still the female lead?
Okay, so the new Darksiders, which just came out, it's called Genesis. It's actually a prequel to the first one.
Mm.
And I don't know if you guys are aware of like the timeline. Filthy, are you?
Of the Darksiders?
What are you doing right there? Where you over there?
Look, Joe's just mad that I'm not entirely looking at him while he's saying what he's saying. But no,
I wish
you
I
guys
took video.
know I don't actually play video games, and you guys know I don't watch that many anime.
Okay, so let me explain the timeline.
Do
of
it
Darksiders
super quick, and then we'll get into something for the three of us.
No, real quick. Sorry. Real quick. Okay, so Darksiders is about the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Right.
All right. So that's kind of like what it's based on. And basically, the first one, the War, which is one of the four horsemen, he is accidentally triggered into thinking the apocalypse has arrived. So he comes down, wreaks havoc, whatever. He thinks he's doing his job. And then it turns out, yo, why are you doing this? We never triggered the apocalypse. Why are you out there? And he's like, what the fuck? No, I was told that, So then he has to redeem himself and, kind of prove that someone had triggered the apocalypse and kind of prove himself. So that's the first one. By the end, what happens is he has to talk to the council. The council says, fuck it, you're dead. You got to die. So they kill him. He wakes up 100 years later. The apocalypse has happened. And like all of humanity is devastated. Like, demons live on the earth now. They've taken over everything. And then the way it ends, he kind of comes back, finds the person who actually did it and says, all right, so what are you going to do? And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to fucking go against these people. And they're like, all right, by yourself? And he's like, nah, I got my guys with me.
Okay.
I got my thoroughest ones with me. So
and it's like a montage of him getting his crew.
What's funny?
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. I'm in. So then the sequels run parallel to the first one. So the way all the sequels finish,
okay,
they finish
like the end of the first one.
Like the end of the first one.
Damn, that took an idea of a game I wanted to
Which
make.
is pretty dope.
Fuck.
It's pretty dope.
Right.
So
Whatever.
then what the new game Genesis, it's actually an ISO RPG like Diablo. So it's in the style of Diablo. And what's dope about it is that it's a prequel. So you get to play one of the four horsemen who you haven't played as, which is Strife. But I think he's called in the actual Bible or something. I can't remember what he's called. Famine. I think he's called Famine. But they changed his name to Strife for the game, for game purposes, Anyway, so you get to play as Strife, and you never played as him before. He's a shooter. He's like one of those outlaws.
Is one of his powers to use a strifle?
Oh my god!
No, it isn't. But it's pretty dope, and you get to play as War. So it's a two-player game.
Okay.
You get to play as
online
War.
2-player, not
online. No, it's a side scroller. I mean,
the co-op same screen.
It's a split screen.
That's weird for Diablo isometric.
Yeah,
we've all played those
that's
games.
what happens. It gets split into the screen gets halved.
So you can go to other places separately.
Exactly.
Oh,
you guys
cool.
could work separately and do what you got to do separately, which is I thought was pretty cool.
And does the screen finally join together when you guys are in the same area?
No, it doesn't.
They should totally have that responsiveness.
It should. Actually.
I would think so. If you're and you just hang out.
But it'd be
the same
weird
screen.
to like line them up, wouldn't it though?
It would just be at a certain point where it cuts off, and then you would have to just make sure. I don't know. Yeah, that's weird.
Weird.
I'm not a programmer or a digital artist, so
we know that.
keep going, Joe.
So it's a prequel, and it's pretty dope. It's what I've played so far, which are 3 chapters. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I've played 3 chapters, and it's fucking
okay.
dope. I really enjoy it. You can build your character, so you can unlock abilities. They have like a ruin system, so you like your stones, you put them into the slots, and then you get different
bonuses,
attributes,
and stuff,
bonuses. It's dope. You get to unlock abilities.
That
you
would
get to
be
add
nice.
abilities and remove abilities. Like if you put on a certain stone, when you walk, you release lava, kind of situation.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah, things like that. Or when you're walking, you release poison.
That's nice.
It's
a competition for Diablo.
It's a really good game. I wouldn't imagine.
Did you ever get something where when you're walking, you release Phoenix? No.
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 Oh, I get it. Walking
Ultimate
Phoenix.
Alliance.
No, because walking
Phoenix. Yeah, I get it. I Wait.
You made a funny.
Question to you two
I
about
made that funny.
that ability. Would you use that if that was something we can do like for real, like a pill you put into like your arm and it just gives you like? Would you actually be willing to use enhancements?
Hey, that's
for
what
your
Viagra
body?
is for.
Okay, yeah, I guess that is
Have you used
true.
Viagra?
I haven't actually. I'm afraid to because I drink a lot of coffee. I already think
He's like, I'd have the hardest dick in the
It would
world.
launch off like a rocket.
I'll be like, stand back, guys. I don't know how big it's gonna get.
Like, whoa, watch out, folks.
And it just grows like a little
And
bit.
it's like,
Seriously though, would you do? I guess steroids and Viagra and stuff is a real.
If your
thing.
penis is making the noises that Joe is making,
See a
please go
doctor.
see a doctor. It's not medical advice.
Immediately.
It's just friendly advice.
just friendly advice.
But join a brass band before you do it, just to see how you join it.
You should really go get that looked at, Joe.
Join the second line. Like,
I know. Why is he taking his pants off? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, he always does this. Watch.
For some reason, when I take my pants off, it sounds more like a tuba.
Parasite.
What's that? What's Parasite?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, the
that's
movie?
Right.
Yeah.
There's like a Morse code thing.
No, I haven't.
That's just called shitty electricity.
Yeah. Well, it turns out. So what happens with electric circuits and the currency and the feed of the wire?
Oh.
So the positive and negative.
I'm already getting sleepy just listening to Keenan talk.
My dick just got soft.
Oh God.
I just went from midnight to 6.
The opposite. I just went from 6 to midnight.
Oh God. Anywho.
You're pathetic. What?
Oh, what? That's why the light's flickering on your side of the table.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm getting a message sent to me. Hold on.
Why are you guys?
That's interesting. What if it's a Morse code from the future, from us?
No,
Because they know we're here.
there's plenty of these lights in this building that are actually doing
I
that.
mean, I know. I'm just.
He's like,
Damn,
but what
can I
if?
imagine? Let me have my dream. All right.
Do you remember? Do you recall doing imaginary shit as a kid?
Hell yeah. And I tried to recreate that. So, kid you not, I bought some toys.
You went LARPing.
And it felt weird, didn't it?
So, I kid you not, I bought these military toys and I thought, ooh, I'm going to play like I'm at a military base or something like that. Kid you not, I'm like 28 or some shit like that.
Went LARPing.
No, LARPing is totally different. LARPing can actually still be done up until like you're 50 because
Speak for yourself,
Okay.
bag. No.
Oh, what?
I'm kidding.
Hey, we got this on record. Don't edit that shit out. The thing is that
Everybody knows I'm not even like that.
no, it's cool. It's too late. You said the word, so you know.
rules.
I'm not even like that
You
no
won't
more.
be hosting the Oscars anytime soon.
Okay, so you were
Yeah.
playing with these toys.
Yeah, so I tried to
Probably
see
in your living room, belly
No,
down,
my bedroom.
belly down, like
my feet in the air, kicking back and forth.
Kicking your feet back.
Keenan took a Harry Potter wand and put it up his ass, and he was like, "Petrificus totalis,"
and it grew. The idea,
Pinocchio's heart is.
the idea was to see, because I mean,
Leviosa.
the idea is to answer this question, Philly, that you presented to me, and the fact that I did at a moment try to see what it was like if I could have that brain mindset as a kid to be able to just play with anything and not care about the world around me. And lo and behold, I tried it. And the moment I started, I barely got into moving these things around. And all of a sudden, I couldn't do it. I was like looking over my shoulder. I was looking around me. I was thinking about stuff, who's going to see me. And I kid you not, I'm in a room by myself, no cameras, no nothing, nobody's in the house and anything like that. And I'm a little bit, not freaking out, but I'm getting really paranoid about who's seeing me play with these toys.
You were afraid of being judged.
Yeah,
afraid of being judged.
Yeah. I actually did try that.
I gotta think. I don't know if you guys know, but I have an 8-year-old son.
No, this is the first time I'm hearing about that.
Oh, shit,
wow.
yeah.
How did you just get it?
I'm your family and I didn't even know.
He's been around.
Okay.
I keep him like Drake's son. I just keep him quiet. Wow. No, but okay. So Gavin, he doesn't really play with his toys anymore.
Oh, so he's now transitioned.
He's grown out a little bit, which I'm not mad at. It's fine. At first, I was like, "Yo, I fucking spend all this money on these motherfucking toys."
And if you ever see Joe's house, you'll see he spent a shit ton of toys.
Yeah. But he doesn't really play with them. But when he did, it was fucking delightful just to watch him do. I mean, he still plays with them every once in a while, but it's like it's not how it used to be. Like he'll still get into it because he has that right as a child. But like when he first got them, he was just like his world, He would set up these. I don't know if you guys remember, but he would set up like these little scenarios.
Like the movie Toy Story.
Yeah, he would set up scenarios and do all this stuff. And I would sit down with him and do
Try
it and play along with him. But it wasn't the same, obviously, because he was way more into it than I was. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like that feeling like, damn, I kind of want to feel that again.
Because I remember those days. I'm not sure if you two remember those days, but I remember playing with whatever toys I had because I didn't have the latest toy.
Right.
And then play out a scenario with these, dollar toys. And I do think about a lot of stuff in the past or ideas of what could have been or what should have been or would be. And I like to test them out. So I'm glad I did it. I threw those toys away after.
Why would you throw them away?
I know I should have kept them. I wanted to donate them. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But I mean, that's what you can do. Or you can keep them. They might be worth something later.
I know I'm keeping all those toys. Like for sure. They have to be kept. Because one day when Gavin's my age.
When he has kids.
Or he has his kids. He's going to want to be like, yo, I played with these toys when I was a little kid. And be like, oh, son. Let me tell you about when you were a little chump.
Oh God,
yo, whack ass.
Do you think
kid.
You think the transition happened naturally, or because he plays a lot of video games, he's getting a better imaginary world that he can run around and do stuff with than in toys?
Yeah, I think.
was Minecraft has basically created that.
Yeah, he doesn't play Minecraft as much as he used to, but yeah, that helped him. Legos was the thing for him a little bit, but not too heavy. It was pretty much just the action figures. And he really, that's why I'm not too mad because he really did play with his action figures. Like he would really put them all in the Shell Razor and drive around the Shell Razor. He would make his own scenarios and really have fun with it. So that's why I'm not like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. If he's transitioning to video games, I'm absolutely fine with it. And, that motherfucker just has to make me a shitload of money, He's living for free right now, So it's funny because I was hanging out, like we went and hung out with my mom yesterday.
Well, that's nice. She's in
town. Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be leaving like next week, I think, or the week after. But we went to Sizzler before we went to do Sonic, so we were hanging out with them, and we started talking about like how I was as a kid, and my mom swears, she's like, oh, he was the best kid.
You're like, no, I wasn't.
He was so innocent and he just kept to himself and he did things himself. And I'm like,
Ooh, if she knew how it really was in middle school, I was out there.
But no, then she started talking about how I used to work at a donut shop when I was 12.
What?
Yeah. Like
Whoa.
6th grade, yeah.
That's a
I don't
fact.
know anything
Yeah.
about
That's
you,
a
Joe.
fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe used to take donuts
Like
to Groton.
when we would be on the bus,
Yeah, that's where you're
would
going
be-
to the
you
donut
would-
shop?
Yeah, you would be going to your mom's job.
work. Wow.
I would be going to work.
Wow.
So we had very different lives, my guy.
Hey, come on.
Hey, man,
I had a rough life too.
But yeah, I'd be going to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, it wasn't like a lot. You know, I would get like a box of donuts.
Well,
and
because
like
it's
20 bucks,
illegal,
you
right?
know? Yeah. Well, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But you know, they gave me the opportunity to fucking do something with myself. instead of just
Interesting.
being
Were you
on
like at the
out.
counter? You were selling donuts?
No, I'd be like the cleaning boy. I'd throw the trash
okay,
out. You
okay.
know, I'd sweep the floor, mop it when
Mhm.
closing time. You know,
Yeah.
so I'd get paid like $20.
So that's kind of
and
like
a
doing
box of
chores,
donuts,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, getting paid for it.
Right.
But it
donuts.
wasn't a lot. You know, they'd give me like $20 every time I went, but that's $20 that I could use for whatever.
Right.
And my son Gavin was just like, "What?
Yeah.
What do you mean you were working at 12? I'm 8. That's like 4 years from now. I'm
like-
supposed to be working."
Yeah, you got to get that ready,
He's
son.
like, "What? You worked?" I'm like, "Yeah, kid, we worked."
Times
Like,
we did, we
were
had to
out
walk
there.
uphill in the snow.
Did you tell him that you already had a job lined up for him?
Yeah. I was like, "You got to get to work. kid.
Start
You know
playing
what
them
I
games,
mean?
you ready? Those esports.
Yeah. I was like, "So you see, I want you to be a pro gamer, kid."
How young do they
we have
get?
very different lives.
Pro gamers can get at 12 years old, right? Like those esports, they're young, aren't they?
Yeah, some of them are.
I don't think they're like 18 over. I think they're.
I really hope Gavin like really does get into it like heavier. I want him to like actually do it.
Oh, and hopefully it's the games of trend because I mean I know there's different styles now. It's not just Madden and NBA 2K, but video games are trendy. I mean like they like you know like any other industry, people will be into it.
I
and then-
just need him to get out of his rut because what happens now is like, yeah, he's a great gamer and everything, but he's still a kid.
right.
So
right.
like he'll be in an intense match and then you'll lose and he'll start crying, you know? So it's like he just needs to get off of that and realize he needs to treat it like a job and not like a passion.
what did it take for you guys to like get past that?
Oh, I still cry, you know. I still cry.
As we know, thanks for being open with that information about your life, Joe.
I cry with
appreciate
tears
it.
of happiness because I always beat you guys, you know. So, you know,
One day, I'll beat him.
tears of joy.
I
But,
just
like,
don't. I don't. I
You don't know what it took for you to get past the whole.
He's dead inside.
Oh,
That's what it is.
shit.
yeah.
You don't
So-
understand. Philly used to be like so passionate about RPGs. Like he loved
Oh yeah.
RPGs. Like
Damn.
he was the 100%er. Like
Oh really?
he was a completionist.
Oh shit.
Like he needed to finish every
Everything?
single thing
All
that
the
could
side
possibly
quests?
be finished.
Damn. It's a good thing you didn't play World of Warcraft. Turns out they have like 900 like missions. Some dude
He
actually
needed
beat
to be
it.
at level 99 before he finished disc 1, you know?
Oh.
Like
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty
You're,
habit.
you're one of those.
I just didn't.
So wait, what happened what was the transition when you said this is not for me anymore? And then you just
I didn't make a conscious decision when I moved to Texas and I got a little older. I just needed to be outside of the house instead of on my system due to whatever problems were at home.
So what was the outside influence?
No, it was an inside influence that pushed me outside.
Hmm.
My parental situation at home was kind of not necessarily the healthiest environment.
Right.
And so instead I picked up a skateboard, and it's not all bad. I mean, they bought me the skateboard that I picked up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
there was just a lot of yelling, and it was like the norm in the house.
You couldn't stay in the house.
The normal everyday thing to hear in the house is, "Get the fuck off that couch right now before I go to," like just all
yeah,
day
yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Talking to the kids that way. It was that was just what it sounded like every day. So one day I was like, I want a skateboard for my birthday, and so they got it for me, and then I just never came home again.
and you skated away.
Oh,
Yeah.
you kick push.
That
out.
was your escape. Yeah, kick push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that might have been that moment that.
Right. So I'm eternally
Yeah.
grateful for the fact that I had a skateboard,
Mhm. Were you-
But then it turned around and they were like, "Oh, you don't even love us. And you never even tell us where you're at." And it's true.
Mm.
My friends, their parents never asked me what I was up to, like where my parents were. They just like somehow knew.
They But they let you hang out at
Yeah,
their house.
they would let me sleep over, whatever. They loved me like I was their own kid. I always had one best friend.
Okay.
And their family always just showed me love. So like while my life was whatever it was, honestly, I was protected. Like that's why I have such a trust in the universe per se.
Because you don't know these people, not strangers, but I mean you know them, but they're like people. It was almost as if they took you in as their own without knowing who you really were.
Always. So I really believe all of my siblings had it harder than I did. I was just taken care of, man, by the universe.
So they didn't do it either?
As I reflect, I mean, I'm not going to say that no, because my siblings didn't.
Oh.
They fell into like, a lot. Well, they were either in foster care or whatever. Some of them ended up better than others. But some of them to this day still have a lot of damage. And like, I was angry too, but yeah, so that's why video games kind of fell out the way for me, because I needed to start spending more time outside the home than inside.
Okay. But there's still some aspect of the interest in the gaming industry, right? Or you're not, because you have some stuff at your house, right?
Yeah, but my concern is that I spend a lot of time, let's say like, everything is about time, right? And you don't get time back. Like I can get $100 back. If a game costs me $60, I can get that $60 back. It's not a problem. My actual time itself, non-refundable, right? And I'm just it's my personal fear that I'm gonna die before I do something great, and I don't want to do that. And I'm not saying it's not great to enjoy your life.
Right.
You should enjoy it however the fuck you feel. That's do thy will. Thy will be done.
That's weird for you to say for a published author, writer, producer,
creator,
actor, creator that has a podcast. Like
you've done
that's
a lot,
weird
Philly.
to say. I mean,
it's not enough.
It's perspective. Man. No, but it is perspective because to you, it's all in the eye of the beholder.
And then to us, it's
to
different.
you feel like you haven't. But to any other person who is not in your direct circle, people would look at you and be like, "Damn, he has a book. He wrote a book,
which is awesome.
He has a podcast, like so to other people, and again, it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
To other people, you look pretty successful. I guarantee anybody else who would see you or who's heard of you or knows you from an outsider's perspective would feel like, yo, he's pretty successful.
Maybe that's the real question.
And I guarantee, that's fine. I guarantee that you will be remembered. Like,
I'm gonna name my first baby after you.
It's too late for me, but
the third one could be on the way.
Hey, I don't even like my name being Phillip.
That's why I didn't call my kid Joe. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, that was an option?
It was never an option. To call him Joe, never.
Joe was like, I don't want someone with his name.
I don't want someone with his name.
Well, there's already a Phillip in my family, so
that's true.
Yeah.
No,
Phillip, are you listening?
Hey Phil, if you're listening,
he actually is.
I'm a better fighting game.
See, and if he ever does come on this podcast, it has to be one where you two are playing, and me and Philly are commenting on it
without you telling him.
No, yeah,
I'm gonna say this on the pod.
Oh,
and you can't tell him.
Okay.
And then the day that he brings it up is the day that he could be on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Because that means he's listening. That means listening.
Phillip Duncan, I challenge you to 3 rounds of 3 of your favorite fighting games.
Oh my god!
If you listen to this,
what controllers? Arcade sticks or regular?
No, arcade sticks, regular.
Okay.
As per console.
Okay.
Like a contractual.
If you hear this,
my brother has
accept my challenge.
Has 5 of them.
And accept my challenge. You are welcome to be on this pod.
Oh my god!
In the next available slot, Phillip Duncan.
I would love to make a graphic.
Brother to Cianan Duncan. And you can't tell him about it.
I won't tell him.
Only if he mentions it.
I won't hint it either.
No, don't hint it.
Yeah.
If he ever mentions it, hey, I heard Joe challenging me on the pod. Then, and only then, it's like an Easter egg. It's like a Ready Player One. He has to find the Easter egg.
Now, what about other people listening? They can't.
I got the golden ticket. No one who knows Phillip Duncan or can tell him.
Don't send it on my IG. Or
I'm going to try something like this too.
Yeah.
Only if you listen to this.
Are you challenging?
And you're interested in being eaten out. Yes.
Keenan will no. I'm gonna jump out. Take
Phillip will happily eat you out. But only if you're listening to this and you bring it up.
Now,
Oh
are
my
we
God.
talking about vagina? or
Vagina
man?
only. Vagina only.
Corrected.
I can't eat booty hole. Sorry.
No,
No penis, no booty hole. Just vagina.
I will eat that vagina. So good. Please.
Actually,
I really need
I
to.
almost want to rescind that because I'm afraid of what that's going to
I
turn
think
into.
I want to put money on it. I bet you somebody's gonna fucking talk about.
But only
bet
if your
you.
vagina smells really nice.
When I open it, I want it to be like la 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 la. I love you.
That'd be hilarious. I guarantee she's gonna get like one of those mini speakers, put it right down there, play that song, and you have to do. You would have to do it.
La 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 la. La 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 la. I can't harmonize for shit. You hear that? It's terrible harmonies.
But I forgot what I wanted to add to the end of your statement now because we went into that tangent. Fuck. All right. Well, I have to re-ask it to you later.
Oh,
'Cause I was
right.
curious about what you were finishing up
Oh
on.
yeah. The only
Yeah.
the benchmark for me to know that I've succeeded.
Oh, yes,
like,
yes.
Where
yes.
I'll finally feel like maybe I've beyond like obviously any kind of global impact or whatever the fuck would really be just to be able to have a house that my entire family could live in if they had
That's
to.
right. That's
If
right.
they had to.
Okay.
We've
I'm-
had this conversation.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
I
like
remember.
the minute I can basically have a place like that nobody will ever have to be worried ever that they'd be without a home, that's when I'll be okay.
That's that's where your line is. When I do that,
family
that
home.
means I'm a successful person.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can do a whole bunch of other stuff until that happens.
Yeah, literally
You're not-
nothing else will mean
Okay.
shit to me, like in terms of like
That's tough though. That's a high benchmark.
But he
because-
said a house. He didn't say what kind of house.
But he
just
said anybody, like all my family, can live in. That's a lot of family. You know, like
yeah,
well,
I know I'm
you-
one of 18 siblings plus my
So
cousin.
you do
Plus,
mean
you know,
mean that like every
I mean, yeah, like if
what if an uncle, needs
Yeah,
a spot? And
whoever, like I know, like
That's tough.
I know, but
That's like a multi-room
everybody-
billion-dollar
everybody
house,
might
you know?
not want to do it. Just
No.
it's just offered.
No, it's not.
yeah, exactly.
it's
The
not
point
for
is that
everyone.
I want nobody to ever fear the fact that they might run into a situation where they'll be out on the streets.
Okay.
I would probably set a limit, like
Yeah.
my
Only
5-bedroom house. Like
I'm not saying I'm going to buy them all their groceries too and all that other
Just
shit.
the
No.
place to live. Just that.
Yeah, just so that
Now the feasibility of this could be like
I mean, it's tied to the way I was brought up.
I understand. It's understandable,
You know,
and I think
I was passed around from home to home and shit, and so I know what it's like to be like I don't belong anywhere.
it's highly
I heard
possible. I think the house that I'm in is a family home. It's meant to be like that. So and it doesn't even have to. It could be multiple of you too. For instance, my grandfather has a house that took him a long time. So it's not something overnight, but it took him a long time, hard earned work, 9-to-5 job for years. Finally got his home, and he said to the family that that's the home that anybody can have if they're like in that moment. But it's not a big home either, and it's in Compton. But it is feasible and it's doable. But that's an avenue of another family member where you can have that one home, maybe not cover everybody, but you might be able to help along the way as you're getting your home. Say, for instance, your sister gets a home and it's offered that same thing.
Sure.
The world doesn't have to be solely on you. You can help someone along with you grow.
I mean, the weight of the world doesn't have
And
to be-
now you're growing with multiple people where you can have now it's 8 homes that's available for everybody, not just one. It's
Sure,
possible.
Sure.
Or like a fucking apartment building. You might be able to somehow get your money up to own an apartment building, and that apartment building is for your family.
I would use that to continue to pay for the maintenance of the actual house.
Oh, okay.
So then in
Okay.
that case, I'd have to get both the apartment and the home for the family. I mean, I'm not saying that they have to fucking live there, but like at least until they get on their feet, like it should be a place where no matter what, at the end of the day, they know that they have that. But the point isn't to like depend on it. The point is to know that life doesn't have to be what it is, and to encourage the younger generations to be like, yeah, we got to continue this. Like, that's how legacy wealth is built. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm just trying to make sure, like everyone else in this world, their family gets taken care of.
Well, legacy
greedy?
legacy wealth is built on the backs of slaves and
greed.
labor workers.
Sure.
Let's not say that that's how legacy.
Well, like immense legacy wealth, yeah. But there are people who have homes and like they have timeshares, and it wasn't built on the back of anything other than hard work.
And black people. I'm just kidding.
Like
kidding.
you guys are misinterpreting legacy wealth. Legacy. I'm not saying,
but that's what legacy wealth is the Worthingtons,
America,
the
though,
Thirds,
right?
and all these people who at some point or another had. See, I feel like I might be
like
getting
capital L legacy. Sure, I'm saying all legacy means is that when I die, we're one step higher in terms of wealth
in general, because we're talking about because there's legacies in Europe.
We're firstborn Americans here, right? Our families came from Mexico, immigrants, right? To some degree. So,
right.
And even though I'm half white, there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
So if, as always, as it stands, if I don't,
let's not say you're half white either.
Oh shit. You're 10% more.
Yeah.
So I'm more white than anything. Okay.
Only mathematically.
Okay. Only genetically.
See, now you're writing on the backs of immigrants and blacks. I mean, come on, Philly.
But
there's your entitlement.
There is a possibility of, well, I mean, now we have to define the amount of legacy, because it could just be leaving the
state you're born in,
or several $1,000s left in an account, and then you never touch it, but your great grandkids touch it, and now it's like $1 million, something like that.
But with inflation,
oh yeah.
Sure,
that's small. That's very
something
small.
Along those lines. Though, is what I'm referring to. Like, a continuing. All I mean by legacy wealth is that every generation that comes after us is continuing to build upon something. Yeah, because we don't have shit that we've built upon.
Nah.
Now, what if your legacy isn't?
I don't.
No, yeah, I get it.
Well, what if your legacy isn't financial? What if I'm just saying, what if the legacy you left behind was your book or your audio?
Hey, speaking of which, wasn't it funny when we went to the karaoke thing with Podcast Movement? One of the ladies, after I sang my song, was like, "You should run for president." Like, and I was like,
yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, it's funny you should say that."
and I was like,
contemplating in 2028, right, coming at you.
It's doable. Oh, I said that. I said that it might be slightly difficult in the sense that if after this whole Trump thing or of his next term or whatever. If it gets,
don't say that.
I know if it gets really serious where they want nobody related to that sort of style of qualification, then I think as long as Philly did some type of community service, he can be considered a part of like interested in becoming president. Because if you're coming from nothing, kind of like Trump and whoever else after him, and the United States doesn't like that at all, it may be even more difficult.
I mean, look at Mike Bloomberg.
Let's not get it twisted, though. Trump didn't come from nothing.
I mean, not come from. I mean, it come from
no private sector.
No political background.
Yeah. If like he didn't, I don't. Well, maybe Trump did some community service at some point, but I don't know.
The irony in itself of being a career politician, I think, is where the issue lies for me in general. Is that instead of seeing it as a public office where you show up, you do your best for that term. Like, I don't even believe there should be more terms than that. I mean, you should
one term.
Yeah, it should be one term, and you did what you could to push it forward, and you passed the baton. But moving into the Senate and this other shit, like, oh, you're comfortable now, huh? Like, I understand that it's hard to reinvent yourself, and you're older and shit like that. Well, you should have played it smarter when you were younger. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a person who's constantly reinventing himself. You know what I mean? I'm constantly learning new shit, setting challenges for myself. Do I have flaws and do I have things I'm not good at? A lot of shit. But I don't believe that people should rest on their laurels and, oh, now I did this thing. So like if I ran at all for any kind of public office, like it would be more to push an agenda and raise awareness of issues than it would be to actually become a person in the office. Because I don't think it serves the same purpose.
I don't think you reinvent yourself so much as enhance yourself.
Sure.
Innovate,
I think I think you've always been the same person. I don't think you've redone anything about yourself. I think you've always just added to the person that you are.
Like, and just opened up new skills to whatever I was doing.
I feel like you haven't reinvented yourself
at
all.
You're an RPG character through and through, Philly.
I am.
Whether you don't play or not.
What do you think my skill tree looks like? Like if I was a character on one of your parties?
It splits out into 20 different things.
No, I think it's all mind. It's just focus, mind
and spirit, but the movement and mobility. And
Matt, his MP, he just focuses on his MP and his intelligence and all that shit.
So what would be the next innovation or your next movement? I mean, you did the book. Is there something after that where you're like, now I want to do this?
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, we spoke about Philly releasing his book last week, but now you've had another week with it. So, what's the response? What have you gotten as far as like from the people? As far as
been
like,
fucking amazing.
What the back end? Because none of us see what the back end of it is. I'm pretty sure only you're the one who could see what the back end.
Yeah, I mean, for number one, it's been amazing, and it was gonna be part of my soapbox.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just gonna say like, fucking,
well, we're getting pretty close.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
It's actually
soapbox,
we're there basically.
Okay,
we are.
Yeah, we're just about there.
Well, I'll save my topics for next session.
We basically spent a majority of it talking about things that I personally don't think the audience really cared about, but just keeping it real.
Fuck you, whatever.
I'm not saying it was all trash.
Fuck you guys.
My feelings aren't hurt, so it's cool.
I thought we had a great podcast.
I thought it was
so now,
soapbox.
We've reached the soapbox portion of our podcast. As per usual, basically, for those of you who do not know what the soapbox is, it's a segment where each of us gets an opportunity to speak, say, promote, vent, anything that we want to speak about uninterrupted. Usually, if we have a guest on, the guest would go first. But when we do not, it goes Cianan, Philly, and then I close it out. So without further ado, we give it to the man of the hour. Well, he's not the man of the hour.
No, come on. Let me have that title.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to give it to the man of the hour, the one who held Podcast Movement Evolutions down this week. Hey, give it away, C3PO.
Thank you. My soapbox is thank you, Joe, for purchasing a ticket for me to go to this podcast movement. As people know on the show, I do not work and I do not have a full flex of income, so I couldn't exactly afford these tickets. But that's no shame to Podcast Movement; they're well worth it. So thanks, Jared, and the people behind the whole team that's helped support and create the Podcast Movement for 2020 out at the Biltmore Hotel, which I think is actually called the. I could have sworn I saw a sign that said Baltimore Hotel. Basically, I showed up at the wrong hotel because I thought there were two hotels that had the same name and I parked at the different one. But anyway, thank you to Philly for showing me the proper parking spot in downtown. If you want to know where that is, you can talk to me personally. Or no, wait, I probably shouldn't because that's our secret spot. So I just spilled the beans. Ignore whatever I said on my soapbox if you get to the soapbox. But yeah, thank you, Podcast Movement. It was awesome. Thank you to all the people that I met, especially the ladies. So that's awesome that I got your number. We'll chat it up. And same with the dudes. You're cool too, hanging out, having some fun. And dancing was great. I danced a lot. So people who thought, as my mom said, I was a good dancer, it is still true. I'm a very good dancer. People took video, audio, pictures. I did the wobble with like 20 different people. It was crazy. Got that whole thing going. So yeah, shout out to Joe for the ticket. I will pay you back, I promise. Shout out to Philly for things that he helped me out prior. And shout out to the Podcast Movement. And hopefully we'll see you guys again on the main stage. Maybe we're speakers or we're doing like the live podcast there on stage for everybody to just experience what it's like to be in the room with us. And that'd be kind of cool. That was it. That was my soapbox. The cool stuff. Thank you. Shout out everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thanks, Cianan. That was short and sweet. Got to the point. Love it. Filthy Animal.
Yo.
The floor is yours.
All righty. I just want to say thank you so much for all the support that everyone has shown me in the book. It's kind of funny. I've been making music and trying to be an actor and making little videos that were motivational and like all that shit, but no support has come in like it has come for this book, almost as if people had just been waiting for me to do that from the beginning and I was just doing all kinds of other shit that people were like, yeah, that's cool, but have you ever thought about writing a book? And it's true, people have brought that up many years and I finally did it. And it really blows my mind and I'm super grateful to everyone. In fact, I also it's probably been over like 35 copies or more already sold.
Nice.
Which is cool because if I hit 100, and if all of you leave a review on Amazon, it'll change the game. But I want you to leave like an honest review, even if it's only a couple of pages in. Be like a couple pages in, and this, because I don't want you guys to be like, hey, it's great, but just because I might be cool or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, be honest about the book, because I do have to apologize. I paid somebody $700 to be my editor, and there was like, as I was recording the audiobook, there was like 10 or so spelling mistakes. I'm going to be ordering some, because I also ordered a bunch of copies that I was going to give to schools, like $100 of copies of books, and it didn't dawn on me until I did that, because it turns out you got to pay somebody to review the work that you just paid somebody else to do. That's what happens, when good help is hard to find. So I'm going to go ahead and update the manuscript, and if you guys are upset about it, I'm more than happy to trade it out for a better copy once I get a hold of it, so you can hold me accountable to that. It was not my intention to give you a book with spelling errors. I want you to know that, and I plan to correct that. It's going to cost some money, probably another $200-$300 to get it all taken care of, and I will take care of it. However, the audiobook, I made the corrections, and I even go off script in the audiobook and add some context to the things that I say. So there's a reason to listen to it on there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I'm super grateful. It's been an awesome journey. My next steps are to get it translated into Spanish as well after I make the corrections, and then do a Spanish version of the audiobook. And if anybody has any connections to the Boys and Girls Club, please let me know, because once this is all done, I want to go ahead and start approaching organizations like that, and hopefully speak with children there, because part of the point of the book is to be able to get young minds to see how there are things you can do to prepare for the world without necessarily having to experience it firsthand. That way, when it does happen to you, you have a reference point with which to act on. Something I wish I had when I was younger. I read books, but they weren't speaking to me, direct to me. And even though it's written for young minds, I'm sure if you pay close enough attention, there are things that probably you can use for yourself even now, even as an adult. If you're like one of my peers, I'm sure there's something in there that there has to be something in there that you're like, well, I never thought of it like that. So whatever the case is, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm very grateful, truly humbled by the amount of support that I received. And if you really are upset by the spelling errors, or you just want an actual better copy, I'm more than happy to change it out. Let me know, and I'll build a list, and I'll make sure you get that done.
Solid. Ooh, that was deep. Oh, but I wasn't close enough. Damn it.
Thank you, Philly. That was wonderful. It was absolutely lovely.
Yeah. Take us home, Joe.
I will take us home, because there's no better place than home.
My jokes are bad.
Shut
my home.
Shut the fuck up. You know what? I just these last couple of weeks have been a little hectic for me. There's a lot of things that have been happening that kind of just that have consumed me. It's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty crazy the last couple of weeks for many reasons. But today I was able to do some volunteer work for TSG. Well, it wasn't volunteer. It was we were doing TIFO painting. If you guys don't know what TIFO is, those are those big banners that like the fans, the supporters put up during or before games. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's like these big, huge, giant banners. Anyway, so we did that. That was pretty cool. Did that. And it was just cool to see like a bunch of different people who have no connection towards each other, but this game, but this club. A lot, and even then when we were there were a bunch of like different like subgroups. Everybody had their own little clique, but we were all there for the same reason, to paint and show our love for the team that we do love. Shit, I went over to Pacoima to do this, and it's the fucking worst. I fucking hated it. I hate going to the Valley so much. I try to get out of there as soon as possible. I don't care. Fuck the Valley. If you live in the Valley, I don't know how you do it. Fuck that. But it was cool. It was cool, and I fucking hate the Valley. I fucking hate it. I wanted to eat out there, and I was like, there isn't shit to eat out here. It's all fucking Mexican food, and it just sucks, man. The valley sucks. But that's not my soapbox. My soapbox was about community and being with around people, and a bunch of like those who weren't there. I mean, there were also some fans who actually went to Mexico to support our team in the CONCACAF league, which is like an America's leagues. So like Latin America, North America, all that. The best of the best teams, battle in a tournament. So there are a bunch of supporters who are out there in León, Guanajuato right now, which is a very Mexican city. Now, I don't want to say it's not nothing like that, but so that shows the amount of support that we provide our team. We're willing to travel for them, and I think there are like 700 of us that went out there.
No shit.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. From our team, from our crew specifically, I think there were like 15, 20, but I heard one of the teams had like 100. One of the supporter groups had like 180 people go out, like from one group, and it's like that's like the size of our group, like so that's amazing. It's just I'm just glad to be alive. I'm glad to be part of like our community, our podcast community. I'm glad to be part of the supporters community. I'm glad to have a job and work with a bunch of people that I really like. I'm just in a good place, I'm tired. I want to sleep. But then, video games come out and I like video games, or there'll be a movie that comes out or an anime that I really want to get into. And I do that, So, I mean, I don't know. You do what you, and I've said this before, you find time to do what you want to do. So you always find time. So yeah, I'm pretty good. I think that's it.
Wait.
I think that's it.
I feel like Joe is falling asleep towards the end of his zone.
I think that's it.
Joe's so tired that his eyes look already asleep.
No, man,
my
I'm really
God.
good right now.
I thought you
really,
were purposely
good.
trying to slow down your speech.
I was. I did that on purpose. It was a dramatic pause.
I knew it.
Tom Cruise does it all the time,
Way to bring it back.
Leo DiCaprio.
Wow, Leo DiCaprio.
No, he's awesome, man. I'm fucking love Leo.
NOOB, Shinobi, Ninja Skill, Ninja Squire, Ninjas kill, but ninjas can't do what we do. New Brazil, we bring it back and we giving you that cardiac while you're listening to us yakety yak. Bring it back one time. I'm giving you the energy for your mind while you're driving down the freeway. We do it all way. This ain't biscuit. The shit is cool, but we make it mischief. I got you guys.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but the Minority Report is back.
What? Really? That's awesome, man. Congratulations, Joe.
I never said I was in it, but they're back. Nah, the Minorities Report is all of us. So they're back.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to
We're
Minorities
back.
Report.
We're back.
Yeah.
Just I'm not in an extremely active role yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I would love to see a show live. I've been a long time since I've seen Philly perform live. I want to see you. I haven't seen you perform live in a decade.
Yeah.
So, I just want to see you on stage because I think it's really, really ridiculously cool. So both of you, and it would be. I've never seen both of you on the stage at the same time in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a
Like
long time.
I really want to
It's
see
been
it.
20
So,
years. That's impossible.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because
Thanks
they
to
never
Ciaran.
respected me back then. That's what it is. They thought I wasn't the chosen
There
one.
was only one time I saw you both on stage. It was so long ago. I can't remember where
it was
we were
like
at.
12 years ago. It wasn't 20.
It was still a long time, but
Yeah,
I
but
wanna see
I got
it.
love for Minorities Report.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. They've already dropped some dope ass tracks.
Yeah.
Ooh, so is Philly. Dude, I can't wait till you hear his shit.
Some Ego
Oh
Mori
my
shit.
God. Dude,
Got
it's,
that new fire Ego Mori.
it's fucking
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah, that's actually true. I've been meeting
Yeah.
with Delando. We've been working on some shit.
It's
Nice.
ridiculous. Oh my
That's
God.
sick.
All right. Well, if that's on stage, please let me go in the front row.
Well, they're going to be opening for us. So.
Hey,
Wait, really?
I'm down.
Oh, nice. All right.
So
All right. So
stay tuned, guys.
Eat your woman out.
Suck your man's dick.
and I meant it. If you didn't like the fact that there were spelling errors, hit your boy up. I'll take care of you. All right.
God
Love
damn
you.
it.
Vote for me for president.
Damn it.
And
What the fuck?
and have you seen me learn the bongos? I'm getting
What
there.
the fuck is going on?
And I love you.